Alright. Let's do this, I guess. I'm gonna hit play. Tell me if it's too loud.
Hello, ESA. This is Stream 2. This is ESA Summer 2025. This is Spyro 2. I'm Bradley Gaming. This is Dylan J. Fox.
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good at least.
Yeah, let's get right into it. This game, we will be collecting everything in the game. That's 10,000 gems, 14 talisman, 64 orbs. There are a lot of tricks and stuff at the start of the run. The first 15 minutes or so of this is difficult, but very, very interesting. But yeah, I think we can just get straight into it.
Yep. So as Bradley mentioned, we're going to be collecting everything. However, that does not include the skill points, as I want to point out explicitly, because there's a true max percent category on the spreadsheet.
Is there actually?
I believe Lucia ran at one point.
Okay.
Anyway, Spyro 2 Ripped Rage. It is the second game in the series. Bradley, you are incredibly proficient at it, and I think you are going to kill it.
Thank you. So this is the second cutscene. Once I skip this, we'll be into the game. So timing will be in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now.
All right, and we're off to the races. So our first world that we're in is Glimmer, and as such, in the European version of this game, it's called Gateway to Glimmer. Weirdly, this is the one and only time we'll be visiting it, though.
So fun fact,
Glimmer is one of the weird levels in this run, I would say. Would you describe it as such comparatively to the best and how we execute?
Yes, I would describe it that way.
Like insanely.
All right, so a lot of what changes from Glimmer onwards
just kind of like
is for right now.
I can see myself like adjusting my left shoulder because I can feel my left shoulder just like here, just like shaking.
Nice, Broder. Very nice. Very good there. That enemy Spyro can be a bit challenging.
I can see myself here.
The reason
I remember feeling it, like,
is
trying to
because
stay
we do
so
not
calm
have
and,
what we will
like,
have a
so
bit later
struggling
on, which is Extended Sparks range, as well as Fireball, which Bradley will be collecting in a bit. However, unfortunate on that Flame Charge jump. Very nice recovery, though. It's okay. We're going to recover this outside lamp.
We're going to recover it in a second. It's fine.
Yep, it'll buff out. Don't worry.
It'll buff out. There we go.
It's still a 101 outdoor lamp.
Like, what? It'll make you money. All right.
That wasn't bad.
Outdoor lamps.
I mean,
that is our first orb, our first primary MacGuffin that we're going to be collecting throughout the game.
Yeah.
Of course, the gems are also important. We utilize them to pay money bags, which we definitely do in this run, right, Brad?
We do, actually.
Oh.
Very different one cycle coming up. I'm going to focus. We'll go for it again.
It's okay. The platforming in this section is fairly precise. It is a very common reset point, even for the best of runners. Very nice. Now here we're going to be looking to make a one cycle, collecting all of these gems, and also making sure we don't get hit by these enemies with the hammers in the meantime. Rather collecting these gems like an expert, as he is. Very nice. That's the most scary one in my opinion. Very, very nice.
That flame was so low. Go first.
How many runs have you lost to that one cycle, Dylan?
Well, you want to? Can I pull up my splits file?
I think I've lost about 400.
I'd say I'm at least around there, if not a lot more. Tell you the honest to God truth, it is one of the biggest inhibitors in this category. Is this level itself. It is just one of the most challenging ILs, in my opinion. And it's right at the start of the game. There are harder ones later on, which we will be doing, of course, and we'll be going through the tech required for them as such. But Glimmer is an insane start point, and then it leads into even more insanity that is very resettable. Unfortunately on the bonk. We're fine, though.
The reason the Glimmer indoor cycle is hard is that
honestly, Anne's Vortex run was like the best thing I watched all event. That was insane. She hit everything apart from the thing in Terrace Village, because she killed the enemy. She hit everything else, like literally everything.
It's insane. Power up, but we don't.
It's like a 23, right?
But if you just kind of go
like
around
a low
just
to mid
doing the lamps, it's fairly easy. If you're trying to get the lizard in the middle there, and also all of the gems, you have about a second and a half of leeway.
Split part of what I'm doing.
Especially with the strats that you do, you get all of the gems in one go.
I personally do a little bit of an
easier strat where you get about 4 seconds of leeway.
It's bad,
but even still, I'm a lot worse at this game than the GOAT here.
Yeah, pretty good.
But honestly, really good Glimmer to start us off here. That was a great level. So now we're going to be entering into the boss rush
there's so many
portion
things
of the
I'm
run.
trying to watch here.
So for context, if you've never seen any percent for Spyro 2, You pretty much just run through and fight the bosses. However, on the way, we are going to collect a few gems here in Summer Forest, a few gems in Autumn Plains, and a couple of things in Winter Tundra along the way that you wouldn't do in 8%. However, the core premise and all of the skips required remain the same.
Get the video is loud.
It is incredibly challenging to do in the 80% category itself, but arguably it's even more frustrating in 100% because it will just stopgap you from getting out of runs. Very often you'll see runners reset within the first 15 minutes of 100%. Just
no, that is true. Dylan didn't have to throw me through a table this time.
And once you're out of it, I would describe it as the most enjoyable speedrun I've ever played.
It's so fun.
It's awesome, honestly. If you've never seen it, you're in for a treat.
Also, surely everyone was up at 4 AM watching your 80% run on stream one the other day?
Yeah, I actually, I have a bone to pick with a lot of people here. Yeah. You know, I had zero notice, zero time to tell anybody, but I can't believe none of you were telepathic and came
down. Yeah, that 80% run that he did randomly at 4 AM.
It kind of hurts.
Basically came because the head scheduler went into the practice room at 3:30 AM needing to fill time.
I can't believe that. That was unbelievable. Bradley, good recovery on that crush.
And yeah, he was just like, yeah, I'll do a
really funny
10-minute ESA run.
I was actually concerned about that. So you can position yourself in between the wall and the sort of.
I'm amazed that worked, by the way.
Has no collision when it's down, and we can just double jump out of bounds. Visually, that crush portal goes down about 1,000 miles further down, but it does stop at some point. There is a death plane. I was slightly worried I would hit that, but we're good.
Yep, very nice. So here we're going to be utilizing a technique called Fast Crush, if I'm not mistaken.
No, we're doing this safe.
You're doing the safe. I respect it. In which case,
we're going to play this. The time's in the bottom right corner.
Get an idea of what's on the screen
over there.
Bradley, do you think now would be a good time for some donations?
Now would be a fantastic time.
Yeah, this was really nerve-wracking. Like I was saying that in Glimmer, I was so nervous at the start.
Donated $5. Hello.
It definitely got a lot easier. Once I got past Ripto, I was fine. Like once I got there,
I am having a fun time at work, so I figured
that was absolutely fine. But yeah, the first level, but kind of the first 15 minutes really were really nerve-wracking because it's just so easy to get walled, and for it to go so wrong.
That's actually pretty generous for Brad's run, so I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, honestly, true.
Yeah.
There's Derek predicting 14 redfish.
Get to later, but it's definitely going to be a fun time that we're all going to want to definitely count the number of redfish when that comes up, right,
I guess we'll see how many there were.
We love counting, right?
I think I'd actually be mad if I got 0 here.
I'd be kind of upset, yeah. It plays off the bit.
Yeah.
Holy shit, nuke at the time. I hope Brad gets fish record.
Second home world.
Insane.
We're going to do a series.
No, this is on my PS2.
We're going to get on.
This is on my normal console.
Then onto the castle structure. And from there, we're going to skip into the second boss. All of this is quite hard. Hopefully it'll go well.
Yeah, I reckon it will. You're a seasoned vet this game. A lot of this game when you're first
donate for Red Lozzie is out here trying to kill me.
Fortunately, Bradley here has been at it for about 2 years now. You've been constantly
really cool
grinding
flop.
hundo. Very, very nice first section there of Climbless. We're continuing our way on top of this whole little section. Normally, you would have to buy the climb.
Bring your own setup, yeah.
For 500 gems. However, Bradley is that guy, and he don't need.
I mean, I guess technically you don't have to. You can borrow someone's.
That little last jump you hate.
But no, I said I hate the bear.
Oh, I don't blame you.
Any Moneybags fans? What is wrong with you? Why do you like it?
They weren't listening.
Okay.
We have to keep them on their toes. We're gonna mess with them.
Any Moneybags haters?
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so here
Bradley
is going to take this.
Yeah, obviously taking your own setup is always going to be better, just because it means you know you've got it. But yeah, technically, like,
okay, never mind.
I could have borrowed anyone's setup.
Very nice flame charge. You have that in the bag all the way.
I've missed a basket like 3
times.
Max
Burger, yeah, Max Burger's pretty good.
Yep.
We also went to 7 Burger.
Now though.
No, true.
All right. Anyway,
boss skip.
Gulp skip. So this guy here, we're going to be skipping into the next boss. It involves you falling in between this seam here. Once you see Spyro in this perched animation, you're tapping left, holding L2 on the bumper of the controller itself. Just tapping left very, very softly, very quickly. Hopefully to have Spyro fall in between and not outside.
Bastard Burger's also good, yeah.
Come on.
Jacob knows.
Don't pop off at the first one, by the way. We have to see all of it. Come on.
Insanely slow clip. That took 23 seconds.
Let's go! Part 2. Gulp skip first try. Taking it nice and slow, but listen, a first try is
205.
We're on the goal. My beautiful
free food there.
For more every day.
Holy shit.
It's your time.
Holy shit. Okay, so for context, IDK Maniac in chat.
Also noticed I played the entry there.
Met him at ESA.
Very safe.
Great guy, you should follow him. Does Mario Kart Wii stuff.
As low as you think it does.
And we went to Bastard Burger on... It was your last day, right?
Dying. Really cool. Oh, D-Sport.
We went to Bastard Burger, which is a place in the food court.
A little bit. And if you
it was
guys
me,
are not familiar with Gulp,
him,
which if you've never played Spyro 2, you wouldn't be.
Another Mario Kart speedrunner, also called Bradley,
RNG dependent.
and Hypnoshock. So we went in there, and
I didn't do. That's why I got the D-Sport.
I was actually curious.
We put in our orders on the screen.
I was sure that you were going to do
and like
that.
as one of us was like still ordering, or maybe two of us were still ordering, because you know there's only like 2 screens.
Yeah, on him. 100%. This is a great fight. I love this boss fight.
So
Jacob got his meal and went and sat down, and so then the 3 of us, me, Sam, and Bradley, just like stood waiting for our food.
There's a barrel which you saw first.
And all of our receipts are like in our order numbers are all fairly sequential.
Ideally, you want to get as many doubles as possible.
And then the one before, I think Sam's, because I think he was second, comes up on the screen being like collectible, and I'm just like,
or a bomb in a rocket,
is that not? Surely that's Jacob's, right? Surely that has to be Jacob's order, even though he's already got his. And so we're just kind of like gesturing at him. Turns out he just collected some random food, like a minute after he ordered that wasn't his. So he kind of ended up with 2 meals.
If I said that Glimmer cost 400 runs, this cost about 800.
Yeah, that's about fair.
Like that.
Nice triple bomb.
So, as mentioned, these will never equate to a double, unfortunately. Having a combination of 3 bombs, you have to wait a cycle and or to shoot the bomb at him. In this case, Bradley elects to shoot the bomb, and we are on 3 hits remaining for Gulp.
You can, like, there is no limit to how much you can
Trash.
Like,
don't need to say anything, holy shit.
I could just get infinite bombs.
Yeah, like such.
I could just get infinite bombs.
3 more bombs! 3 more bombs! 3 more bombs!
He did actually message me like immediately after I said that as well.
Before this run, but I feel my voice beginning to go, and that's fine. We'll buff through it. Okay. Okay, we got one that kind of works. All right, this will work.
Oh, I didn't like that.
Bradley waits till Gulp charges in.
Yeah, I really didn't like that setup.
And we get the double secured.
Skill point too.
Now, that's nice. Hey, listen, you need the life for later.
All right, 236 Gulp, incredible.
Not the only skill point in that fight, as I discovered.
I hope Brad gets rolling popcorn.
Yeah,
you just hates me. Like, what is going on here?
He's referring to if you shoot rocket at Ripto, you actually will.
Other Spyro 2 runners? Yeah, so you got Dylan obviously on commentary with me.
Like, yeah. Let's reward them for that.
Sorry, Bingo Crow, I kind of cheated.
There were various other people there.
Be what to do.
Hypnoshark,
Right.
Laura,
another trick here.
Dale, Wolf Run Spyro 2, Torberlin.
Very
nice penguin.
Optimal
Very height.
Nice. Perfect guide almost too. Actually, it was really nice.
Who else was there that's run Spyro?
So
there were so many people. If you look at the ESA command, you can see all of the people that have been there to run Spyro.
And now we're going to be doing some weird things. You saw the Spyro 300 egg race. You saw us go under the levels to get into portals. Same principle applies here. We're doing that to get into Dragon Shores.
Yeah, that proxy was really nice.
The actual post-game level of this game. We're going into the post-game before we've even remotely beaten the game. It's pretty interesting. And we're doing it for one key reason. We have a wall to climb. And we're over the wall.
I didn't get the Sproder, right?
Go for the cool Sproder. Ooh,
yeah, I missed the Sproder.
That is what it is. On the second one. Yeah. All right, don't press square. Now press square.
Cool.
We're good.
And hover. Nice. Very, very clean. Good Dragon Shores, brother. Good job.
So if you press square in that water, when you've got the swim power and the ability, and you also have sparks,
I should edit that, really, should though.
The game will crash every single time. The game doesn't have an animation for sparks to be in a bubble, in a swimming state. And so it's like, hey,
yeah, there was a huge Spyro community at ESA. Like, there was so many people.
This is the stairs of all time, but it's fine.
All right.
Derek's saying the crash bots are basically done. Bro is unaware.
Here, it's called a swim in air, utilizing that same bit of scenery to go over. Unfortunately.
I was like 2 frames too late.
It's all good. So, that little plane there is very bonkable. Ideally, you catch it in such a way where it gives you a swim. Where again you will then swim in air, and unfortunately, we're gonna see it this time though.
Yeah.
Let's go, Bradley.
It's very deceptive because you actually have to kind of swim against.
Yeah, Yeah, I know. That's pretty bad, isn't it?
Against. Like, if you are kind of trying to hit the actual side of the river, you just
that 5 gem.
Yeah, you as we saw under.
But yeah, we're into the final boss. We've been going for 13.5 minutes. We're into the final boss. Really cool.
Pretty decent boss rush so
Yeah, you
far.
do yap in the 2017. 2017.
So we're gonna go ahead and hit Ripto a bunch. Fireball makes this boss fight easy as pie.
What was the 2017 one? It was 2016 with Tizera, which I think you were exactly. Yeah, 2019 with Drash. Yeah. You do yap in that. I do.
The
I
first
must
two
say.
phases are the only ones that
it was a good run. Like I enjoyed watching
however,
that. I watched that back in
the same as you would imagine.
Back in January before UKSG. That was yeah, really insightful.
Hit, really?
I have no idea how that didn't hit. Bradley was going
I actually, like, under my breath reacted, being like, nice, it hit. And then I looked at the health bar and it didn't hit. Yeah. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I actually wasn't watching. I need to look back at that, but I wasn't watching. I couldn't believe I didn't hit.
Yeah, there's an early shot there just to kind of
natural
accelerate cycles. But it's fine. I was going to say this is fine for a missed first shot, but actually it's not.
It's all good. It's gonna buff out.
All right.
Woo! And that's 70% done.
That guy talked like a typewriter.
In the game, but now we need to complete the game.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Thanks for watching. That's the.
Also, I've just noticed your estimate, and I really don't like that it's I think 6 seconds faster than my PB.
Yeah. Sorry, Dylan.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, Dylan needs to get better.
But yep. So that's the game. We're done. Just kidding.
14:58
really just
boss rush. Pretty bad, but it's a marathon.
Would you say this part of the game?
Messed up glimmer. I've had like a minute of time lost in gulp. These things happen.
After the first 15 minutes, as I said, almost exactly 15 minutes is incredibly fun. And this is the reason. Like, you can just go around and just fireball things. And that's really fun.
See, I think that's wonderful. For me, the selling point is the fact that Sparks, you know, instead of like Spyro 1, where he grabs gems, like, you know,
it's sort of something I briefly mentioned with Drash,
he actually grabs them from like a couple yards away, which is nice.
Yeah,
it's so weird doing it in a situation like this.
Gives you all of the abilities, so Swim, which we bought, Climb, and Head Bash. It also gives you a secret ability, which the game never tells you about, which the Sparks is
I love fighting that
slightly
double jump. It's so fun.
So throughout this run, you'll see me maybe seem like I skip gems, but I promise you he's grabbing them. Except for if I do actually miss one.
You'll never miss a gem, right, Brad?
Surely.
So another key thing that I want to just notate. In this level, we're looking to get a number of souls. Bradley has unfortunately, I believe, missed 2 enemies so far.
Nah, we're good now.
Very nice recovery.
So yeah, enemies
reliable if you're good. Yeah.
Spyro 1 and Spyro 3. They don't drop gems, they drop souls or spirit particles. And those spirit particles can be contributed towards a power-up.
Yeah, luckily my boss rush is not like blood level, but
failed.
In this level, it's a supercharge. Did that not?
Any Derek L?
No idea I didn't. But
3 math fields in chat.
Yeah, so you need 15.
Yeah, my boss rush isn't like blunt level of speed. But I do think it is at a decent level of consistency. I know, like, I made a mistake in Glimmer, and
because there are 2 more that I can kill
sort of air and whatever, but
in plenty of time.
It is, you know, it is what it is.
We'll go for a little overlap here, a little sequence break. There's a yellow jar here. We're going to try and snipe. Hit the pump.
Oh yeah, I missed this red.
Talk to this guy. Yep. Skip the cutscene quicker.
I just angled away too early.
So that was actually really bad.
I mean, he still got down at least. It's getting a little bit closer to where you want to be. Unfortunately, we wanted a different angle there while we were skipping the cutscene, but it still buffed down nicely. We still got everything that we needed out of it.
Yeah, I want to get that red gem just on the ledge, but I had a bad angle, so I ended up losing time there.
Yeah, Sparks' extra range in Spyro 2 is secret. I don't know whether it's in like the guide or anything in the manual.
Vase.
In the box.
This mystery vase was introduced in Spyro 2. Basically, it has that little question mark that's referring to as a mystery.
I didn't know about it either.
The question you're looking to
Insane
solve,
recovery.
Very nice recovery on that Sproder, Bradley Gaming, is where that mystery vase goes. We basically route levels with those in mind, typically.
Interesting supercharge
where we're trying to optimize our gem collection for where those end up going. And
pretty
much we're going to be ending more or less close to ending the level near where we want to be for it. So we get all those gems, hit this, get all the gems from it, and hopefully hit this fireball. Very nice, Bradley Gaming. Bradley Gaming came to game.
Yeah, so there's a good demonstration, actually, and Glimmer too, but Robotica as well. a lot of the routing in this game, once we get into the actual main levels, depends on a couple of objectives.
328, don't hate it.
So in that one, the two kind of things that we're focused on are the enemy count. You have to go through the whole level to get enough enemies, but also the mystery jar. So the locations of those are fixed, we just need to follow it. So in that case, it's kind of like, get towards the end of the
I thought I missed the first yellow on the left
making
there.
sure we're killing the enemies, work backwards, and we get a little walk back to
the end about the routing again? Yeah, sorry.
And that's kind of that's a truism of most of these levels, I would say. Yep. Except this one coming up, because it's very linear.
Yeah, comparatively. It's actually weirdly one of the more linear levels for sure in Hundo. There are very few parts of it where you kind of go out of your way for the gems instead of like kind of going through and like interweaving parts of the level.
Funny, yeah.
So my movement here dictates a cycle at the end. Weirdly, the faster I am, the harder the cycle is to make. So that was kind of good. I might be in a bit of trouble. But the cycle's not active here.
It'll buff out, don't worry.
And the cycle is now active here. So yeah, there's sections of this level where my movement matters, and sections of it where it doesn't. I don't really understand why the start cycle...
I don't usually get that snipe, that was nice.
Gets easier if you're slow.
Kind of convenient.
But it does.
Yeah, I was looking at Discord just before, because there was quite a long wait before before my run started. Because the previous run kind of overran a bit, and there was an incentive and stuff like that.
Rooting for you.
But yeah, I had a look, and it looked like they were both in DC and Dingo, and
this out of
like
bounds
Wally
can crash the game if I go too far left, so I'm going to try not to go too far left and hope it doesn't crash. Nice. Cycle is
very nice.
Manageable, and that UFO is low, I think. This is good. I'm happy with this. So there are 3 UFOs here. These are all in cycles, but they do, I'd say, depend on...
Thank you, Brad's wife's girlfriend. Yeah, true.
We'll get that and that. Okay, nice.
Very good. Very, very nice.
There's another UFO setting
Shout out
here.
Slozzy for the excellent
These guys are fixed cycles from spawn. We'll try and get all of them pretty cleanly. Need the balloon as well. That one.
Nice phase 2. Phase 2.
Let's go for the swag strat.
I was slightly slow in the
Nah.
Like getting the middle UFO, so I was behind. So actually hitting
that UFO can go high or low. If he goes high, he's really convenient. If he's low, you've got to be really fast.
Where are the Spyro
people?
People?
In the tunnel. I wasn't quite.
Great question. They're just kind of dotted around.
All right, so here we just have to collect the remainder of the gems. We already have all of the orbs that we need from the level. And pretty much we just have to hit a couple of different bases. In that case, a head bash base, which actually you can just...
Yeah, lots of Spyro enjoys in the room.
As well as this little firework base. Go ahead and collect all of these gems, and then we're going to run downstairs and kind of go through a section that we skipped with that out of bounds we did earlier near the Ox. So collect these gems, and all good. Metropolis complete.
322. SRT counts now. No.
That's a really fun level.
It is. It's a very fun IL. That's one of my favorite. I was actually talking to Bradley in the practice room before this. There's a number of levels in this game that are genuinely just so much fun just to spend time.
There's a lot of people behind that are just
which
like
is why I think Bradley
PlayStation Nation.
I would say fallen in love pretty heavily with this category and with this game. In the time that you've run it, you have
just people that literally are part of the community.
Stairs are genuinely hard, apparently. Oh my word. All right.
What is this, by the way? Like, what is happening here?
Process. You want me to do it?
It's fine. There we go. Well done. Yeah, I only climb those stairs like 400 times a day.
Yeah, Dare Man just in there, right?
So we're going to go to another level. This is
a different
type of level.
Thank you, man. Thank you for the GG.
We're going to go to a speed.
This will be you next year, over here on ESA.
There's no talisman here. There's one orb. There's no sort of Spyro walking movement. We start in a Superfly. And there are 4 groups of 8 things that we need to
kill or
like destroy or fly through. So in this case, we've got some rams, we've got some tractors, we've got some rings, and we've got some vultures. We want to try and do this in the fastest time possible.
I heard you were an ex-tractor fan.
Anyway.
There's a very long, drawn-out joke that Oggy Reno told the day before,
there is a fast
earlier in the week,
I really do not like.
Which I'd heard from CD Romatron before as well.
35 if I can kill all
possibly, I think it was CD that told me a while back.
Very.
No. Nope.
I was sure you hit that first one.
Yeah, very funny.
There we go. We have 37.
We're all good.
Yeah, you go. So that gives us 400 gems. You get 80 per group of 4. I think you do have to get all of them, all 8 of them to actually get the 80 gems. And you also get 80 for completing everything. Now, really hard auto
Had a wig bash.
We're in a plane being controlled by Hunter, the big orange cheetah. He's got this new plane, and we're just controlling this gun and shooting the balloons.
That being said, I think there's not really a whole lot going on. This might be a very solid time for a couple donations.
You may want to turn it up for the TTS.
Yeah, ideally, actually. If we could beforehand. Some people really love the sound of this, by the way, and I don't understand it.
I like it.
I just
having a shot in the back.
I just get to my nerves.
Literally to the left of my webcam.
Don't worry, Spyro. I won't be needing any more of your money.
Rather than just being like Glimmer.
Yeah, Lozzie, thank you for the resub.
Listen, Stockholm syndroming your way out of Glimmer into thinking this is fun. I get it, you know.
Me waking up from a nightmare, which is the Glimmer music.
Yeah.
Never met that guy. Yeah, well, I mean, this being my first ESA, it was the first time I met him.
A couple of technical issues, but we still do have a bit of time. We want to play one.
Yeah, shout out to that guy because he needs the attention.
If you have time still.
Mad Girl with all box donated.
Honestly, like everyone in the crowd here was so great during the run. Like playing into some of the bits, like giving shouting some of the dialogue.
There was some Spyro one
and just everyone in the so
nice. Not make out of the room alive.
Incredible community.
I mean, listen, it's fine. It's just Laura.
All right.
Yeah, honestly, like what an amazing week it was. Like the whole thing was just
sure. I love games.
Incredible, and this was
the next level
such a big part of it too.
Mystic Marsh.
But it wasn't just this. It wasn't just the stuff going on the streams. Like we did so much stuff outside of the event.
Yeah, that's so Mystic Marsh. I think what was
honestly so fun.
Misty Marsh.
Misty Marsh. Okay.
Yeah.
Weird person in between.
Yeah, no, there's like
okay.
In it, right, or something.
She's alright.
Yes.
Okay.
Lots of runners call it hell.
Oh, okay. I mean,
I think a lot of people don't like this. I like this level.
Most boring bit.
I did get that. Interesting. Yeah, so we're gonna go and talk to the professor.
I kind of agree with that.
He brought Spyro to this world. In fact.
There were a lot of good runs. Like I didn't watch that much, but the stuff I did watch was really good.
So he's gonna give us an egg to trade. I don't know where he got the egg from. I don't know.
Well, he just pulled it out from somewhere. I don't want to say.
Yeah. So we are gonna go and trade the egg. I don't know. What should we trade the egg for, Dylan? Like, you tell me.
I don't know, maybe like a packet of Go-Gurt.
A what?
Like, you ever have a Go-Gurt before?
I don't know what that is.
Like, where are we going with it? Like,
I'm English, remember?
Oh, yeah, so, a Greek sausage roll.
Yeah.
I'll get a Greg's. Oh, in it. Oh, bruv. All right, so Bradley making
I love
quick
a
work of all these gems. We're going to be doing multiple games at a time. There are these two little kangaroo lemur things. I don't know what they are really. That have the guy over there. He looks like Mario.
Greg today. I'm so jealous.
Spark plugs.
I want to Greg.
And we're going to be.
I actually had leftover sweet and sour chicken balls, so
either a packet of Go-Gurt or a Greg sausage roll. We'll see what we get here. Okay. What is it? What are we getting? What is that?
Seed.
What is that? Like,
because obviously, why would you not expect the bird to drop the seed?
I mean, I guess I have to eat those. So like,
I save it with
the seed, right? So like, we're All right, what are we gonna get out of this?
I don't know. We got a seed, so we're going to plant it in that flower pot down there, I guess.
Okay, so like, I'm thinking the flower pot, based off of this logic, is clearly gonna give us a Red Bull, right? Right, get a Red Bull?
Never had Greg's. Unfortunately.
No.
That's almost a Red Bull. That's close. Okay. Okay.
That's true.
Like, I think you could, I don't know the industrial process, but maybe it could be, you know?
You want to check the ingredients list? Is that duck in Red Bull?
Check. Energy, I can't read this. This is in Swedish.
This is a good bit.
Alright, we're going to return the duck.
I like this.
The duck's going to give us what?
I've watched a little bit of the 14 tally. I haven't watched the whole thing.
I'd get. That's not a nutter butter.
I need to watch it at
What's
some
going
point.
on, brother?
I'm English. I don't know what a nutter butter is.
It's going to get us a Nando's.
Yeah.
Cheeky.
Yeah, we get the little turnip.
Oh, I get it. I'm getting where your train's at. Okay, I get it. You're British, so I have to expect. I know what to expect next.
Nice.
All right, very nice on that. Great job collecting those gems. It's
Didn't you wear a
actually
mic?
a
That is
part.
funny.
If you miss that fireball, or if you hit it, think you missed it, and then double back, it can be very, very harrowing to recollect those gems. So good job not missing that.
The reason we pause there is that there is a long cutscene which plays when the spark.
Yeah, hi Fady, bye Fady.
Genuinely takes forever.
Thanks,
I haven't timed it. It feels like it takes forever. So we just pause midway through and it skips it. Yeah, so we'll put this into the cauldron.
Okay, so this will give us the James.
Eventually.
This will give us like a James Bond car. You said British like a bunch. It has to.
Yeah, okay.
Right? It's like, what's that? What is that?
It's a coin.
But why? Why did the pot have a coin?
I didn't run the pot.
I'd hope not. All right, so British. This is going to be the TARDIS from Doctor Who. That's not.
No, but it is useful.
Why did you keep saying you're British? That's the thing he wanted, right?
That's the thing he wanted. This is the pencil. Fine.
So wait, why did he want this? Like, can't you just buy one? Like, go down to Greg's.
I think you should just use an iPad personally, but you know.
Fair enough. That's Mystic Marsh.
427.
Unironically, a very challenging IL to do. Very, very good Mystic Marsh, actually, might I add.
There's a lot of risk there.
Yeah, let's go gambling.
There's a couple of overlaps we do. If you die at any point, you just have to reset. Definitely the pencil challenge. I think the spark plug thieves. I could be wrong. But you lose like a minute and a half, guaranteed. Which is really fun.
I mean, losing a minute and a half is kind of cool. Sometimes.
No.
Oh, okay. All right, so we were talking to the professor. This is our final level for the Winter Tundra Homeworld. You know, this is the one. This is make it or break it. This is your moment, Bradley. Is this gonna be the moment? Is this gonna be
That's really funny.
Hopefully.
Okay.
So it's another linear level.
That's really funny that my
so there, which
thing
is go
stops.
There a lot of the stuff.
My thing blocks Nando's, Lozzie. For the ZL's copy pasta.
So there's just a bit of collection of gems to do here.
Oh, hi, Shemp.
Hopefully. One thing we haven't actually explained is flame charging or fireball charging now. So you'll see when I'm charging through these vases, the gem will home in to Spyro.
Zoning out to your phone. I wonder why that is, Jacob. I wonder what you could possibly have been doing.
A basket or a vase or a bottle from close range and immediately...
Was that John Hypnoshock? Yeah, it was. That was John. That was John Speedrun.
I think that I've charged through it, and so it
my guy.
So if I actually hit them with the fireball, it means that I can collect the gem from further away.
Yeah. To be fair, no, we haven't actually explained double jumping yet. Which we realised that I think in Zephyr.
There's a lot of time saving this
really
game.
Good commentary, I think, from us.
Obviously, hit the trick, do the thing, you save some time. That's just a general speedrunning as a whole.
Welcome.
But Spyro 2 is such a deep and honestly
there's so much
impossibly
stuff going
hard to master movement pool, especially in the hundo category where you're utilizing these flame charges with the fireball. Excuse me. And in general, it's so much fun. It's almost intoxicating to get good at. And
but this was part of the problem with when I did the UKSG run. I did it by myself.
Yeah, there's lots of small things you can do.
And trying to explain all of the stuff at the start of the run and also doing the start of the run is kind of hard.
Like or not do.
Which is partly why I wanted Dylan on for this, because it just makes life so much easier.
I'm going to do a little sequence break here, hopefully.
Yeah, I didn't explain the Spyro because I used it twice or 3 times. I missed it once.
We're going to run over here, talk to Shemp Official. Hey, Shemp Official.
I didn't realize he walked into the back of Ray because obviously I was so focused on getting that
grab the orb from
that basket.
So now we're on a bit of a timer, right? We have to collect these gems on the way through and make sure that we get all of them.
I always forget that
before Shemp turns around.
The lizard guy is Spyro. I always just because it's such a weird thing.
Making that cycle can be very challenging. However, fortunately, Bradley
I can see you in the chat, Lozzie.
I don't mean that for him. So we're just going to follow him. He's a secret agent. He just wants us to follow him and him not realize that we're following him, more or less. I don't know how that makes sense, by the way, if he knew you were following the whole time still. But
I think he just assumes that we are a secret agent, therefore.
Alright, see you, Zingo.
Club.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, there's a dialogue line coming up in a second that we can shout. Some people already know it. Word. What? So, fun fact, what you got here without following me is actually my raid alert. I do want to figure out if there is a way to make it so that someone who doesn't follow me, who raids me, gets something different, and people who do follow me get that. I think it'd be kind of toxic.
It'd be pretty funny.
But yeah, we'll get
half the community got banned from the ESA chat. What did you guys do?
Winter Tundra.
What's wrong with you guys?
Yep, so as mentioned, Winter Tundra about to be in the rear view mirror. However, we do say our goodbyes. However,
that's a clean Winter Tundra
just the beginning. Despite it being the actual end
Low
of the
36.
game, it is quite literally, we're only 30 minutes.
You were probably
into
yourself.
What is, as Esmond says, our 45-minute category. However, I'm expecting Bradley to far exceed that because, I mean, look at this hunker man next to me. Look at him. Come on.
The boss rush makes a big difference to it, to be fair.
Yes, it does. So we just saw the Brian
Good
graphic, and that means we're going into Colossus next. I say the Brian graphic.
New one's pretty bannable. True.
It says Brian on it. You ever notice that? It's kind of cool, right?
No.
Okay, cool. So Colossus, we have some funny little monks.
You wish to die? You can't die, Lozzie. You're too nice.
I hope they don't actually.
Ideally, however, we're actually going to be avoiding all of them except for one. No idea how that 2-gem didn't collect, but it's okay. We back it up. We go grab it. Here we're going to be performing a trick called No Skip. Going around the side. I thought you soft locked, but it's okay. Buffed out,
That was
buffed
close. You can get stuck there in between the door, and the only way out is to pause exit.
Jump up into this idol's eyeball. We're going to flame that firework and flame charge 2 bases through the wall. Unfortunately, one of them didn't collect. We will have to enter that room really quick.
At some point, I should time whether it's faster to drop back down.
Unfortunately, pausing a little bit early. I think you might have missed
I guess it's probably
Yeah,
not.
I went for the sequence break there. You can, so the Professor has 10 statues, and they've been taken over by evil spirits.
But I'd like to time
If you fireball one of the statues there,
oh, I actually broke the
talk
thing
to
anyway.
him at the same time and skip through quick
That doesn't
enough,
matter.
you can
for this context,
clear one of the statues.
But I'd like to know
early.
sometime.
He'll give you a different dialogue, and you won't get zapped by Zoe. You save like 2.5 seconds.
NT Bow Rider.
But I missed, so.
It's all good. I mean, listen, it's a small time loss, but all in all, like,
nice.
it's been a pretty clean Colossus so far, and that's all we can really hope for. So.
27.
Alright, this guy's gonna be raw for 10 seconds, so I'll just sit.
Him likes to jump a little bit.
He does like to jump.
He's a little cranky.
We defeated the Yeti. I did so much to that.
He's dead.
Yeah, who's he? Thank you for the welcome back and the dope run.
Personally, I'm kind of a wrestling fan, I'd say.
Oh. Well,
Comedy Bow is gone, yeah. I know, it's sad, really.
You doing any boxing?
I love Spyro 3.
I kind of like hockey, I guess. I don't mind it.
Okay.
Okay, like Wayne Gretzky? Are we getting him in here?
So we've got 2 games of hockey here.
Is he
this
here?
first strat is quite hard, so I'm going to focus.
So the strat here is we do a little double jump at the start, hook our way in, grab the puck before it gets to the goalie here, where he will.
Both of those
if it
were
gets
so
to him.
sketchy.
Unfortunately, it did happen once. Each time this does happen, it does lose a pretty decent chunk of time.
Yeah, it's like 9 per fail.
And fortunately, at least you made the backup instead of having him.
117 ESA 2026. Nuke,
Very
what
nice,
are you
that's
smoking?
2.
Like, what are you
That's
smoking?
3. Very clean.
7-Lone Crush? Yeah, fair. I mean, you're kind of retired?
That's 4.
Okay.
Sort
Take
of?
4 out of 5 on that. It's honestly way better than I ever do with it.
Yeah, the in-game timer there was 137.80. You kind of want a 146, 147. But like I say, missing 1 loses like 9 seconds. There's some RNG here, so we're playing one-on-one now. So the puck will be shot towards our goalkeeper. He'll hit it either in front of us or
3.5. Yeah,
behind us.
congrats.
And there are some angle RNG things here.
I still only have 116 eggs in exploration
and
mode.
from there, we have to go and pick up the puck. We've got the
117
red guy
in
there,
event, something you'll
opponent.
never see.
If the puck ever goes to the opposition goalkeeper,
Maybe one day.
the goalkeeper will hit it straight towards the guy in the red. I missed the puck, so I couldn't go for the cool strat. It's going to despawn. It's going to despawn. There we go.
Interesting.
Yep.
Really well played.
I was going to
by me,
ask if we would get one to go under the ice.
Yeah. Well, I could have done. I almost did the cool strat there, where you.
Don't know how I got away with
Yeah, I
that.
like that. That was a little bit of flair. I like that.
Yeah.
That was intentional, right?
Totally intentional. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most fun done
We're gonna get
things
this
you've
one.
done recently. Yeah, that's fair.
Not early.
I definitely would like to play
Fine.
through it properly at
Fine.
some
But
point.
you see the line there. The guy
Yeah,
in the red
Laura.
was, on my left.
Yeah.
And I could just
Yeah.
go straight in, pick it up.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Okay. There we go. That's what I wanted. So if it gets stuck there, you can actually just charge jump onto the left.
Yeah, Laura, I can't even see you in the crowd. Maybe I'm not looking right. You're being blocked by someone. Because I know you were there.
Clean up, some statues to do. This would be a nice
Fake
time for
fan.
donations, I think.
To be fair, at least Laura attended Newman. Since you said you almost came, you were thinking about it.
Thank you.
Maybe this time you can spare the driplets for me? Please put my donation towards Bradley shaving his head. Love from Pesto X.
Bold gaming.
Alright, if we get to 40,000 donated, I will not do it.
What about 50?
Still no.
Okay.
Yeah, you should have thought it through a little bit earlier, do it. Come next year.
No.
Okay.
Come next year.
Yeah, so a little bit.
That's true, Derek.
A little bit of gem
that is so true.
Here.
You are spitting with that.
And then we'll be done with Colossus. It's been okay.
Yeah, it's been all right. I will say cleaning up the after having a little flub in hockey, I would have been panicking a little bit. Fully on board with you just locking back in though, not letting it get to you. Really goes to show what caliber runner you are.
607.
So that's Colossus. This is the sister level to the next level we'll be entering into.
Yeah, what Laura said, and I'm going to genuinely pester Derek about this for the next
have similar looking NPCs.
8 months
that's kind
until
of
summer 26.
Yeah, it is.
Submissions close.
Like I know for some, obviously, like in Breeze and like Zephyr.
Yeah,
100% on board. Holy shit, let's go.
I don't know if it was these two specifically, but there is some like.
No, genuinely submit it, Derek.
Alpha, beta version where
that would get in. I'm not joking.
That's pretty cool.
There was a 24-hour Final Fantasy run that ended Stream 2 on Friday / Saturday morning.
You're gonna need your counting skills very soon.
Yes.
Like I'm not joking. You submit it.
Number of red fish.
There is a like
0, right?
it will work.
Surely. Sure. So there's a puzzle here.
Yeah. What Laura said.
3-part puzzle. We're gonna stand on some blocks and turn some blocks yellow. And then we have to feed.
Because you can also like
underneath.
You'll be able to get, you know, like I'll come on and do comms for Spyro 2 if you wanted.
Fish,
like,
and
you could get people who do Spyro, the Crash games to come on and join you for that.
From behind me,
like if Dayo's around or Laura's around, you can do Spyro 1. So, I don't know about Spyro 3.
Yeah, we just need to
kind of vibe. Do whatever you want. Like,
it
wouldn't just be you alone all day, honestly.
RNG. Which fish come out, how fast they come out.
Yeah, that's why memory cards exist, at least. Look, I'm running with a memory card here. Alright, how many red fish?
Big blue. One.
That can happen.
See, I thought it was 15 in the end, Derek. I thought it was 15, but I might have miscounted.
4.
I'm such a nice start as well.
6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. 13. 14.
It was 14, alright.
Pretty good.
223 fish.
There, actually, that's close to Blunt's, I think, in record, right?
Insane.
Yeah. I would say that was beating community gold standard. Surely.
The weird part is, I really think that's about average for you. It's probably about an average fish.
True, and then in about 3 minutes' time, normally at home, I would reset the console and go again.
Yeah. Tech, can we get a rain check on the reset? Or?
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that. You can play 35, 40, 45 minutes of the game and get to Idle Springs.
I only want one commentator.
And your run is just finished, basically. You lose so
I didn't really
much
think about having
time.
a second one.
Unlike Gulp, where you can get kind of questionable RNG.
Like, there wasn't anyone really kind of
not
obvious
3 bombs
that could have joined
the whole
it.
Time. You can sort of do something about it. That you can do nothing about. You literally just have to sit there and watch.
Yeah, I think 3 of you was way too many. Like, maybe a third person total.
This is the last of the puzzles.
Laura, you've played this game like 3 times in a year.
I think we've had this conversation.
Also, you didn't. Pretty sure you said you didn't want to be on camera, and then you was on camera like 5 times.
That worked out.
We're going to go for the easiest trick in the game here, and I'm hopefully not going to miss it first try after saying that. There we go.
Very nice. Bradley's being facetious.
I think like
that trick is quite literally
one runner, one commentator vibe kind of works quite well.
Together.
So that
2 would be fine if I kind of intended not to really say anything at all.
The game doesn't want you to be there.
But
and you see this twitch here on that jump. If you press the X.
Oh yeah, I see it. I see it. Yeah, Laura pointed that out. I
hopefully up like that.
I dropped my charge at the exact perfect frame to miss the blue.
Some idle heads here. Bradley, hopefully.
Oh, I also missed that. That was really cool.
It's okay. Listen, we want to do another lap. Victory lap, brother.
I do.
Alright, so we're hopefully going to hit the fireball here on this last one. And then collect these gems. Very nice. Very, very nice. It can be very hard to stop at the right angle and aim the fireball correctly, because you want to aim the fireball, shoot, and then turn around.
Nah, don't worry, Laura. I know my gem counts. I noticed it going through the supercharge, because I know it should be 02,
I think. 30K on the donation.
I think that's what it is.
Wonderful people of ESA, wonderful donators, thank you so much.
Yeah, I know too many gem counts in this game to ever like miss a gem beyond.
An incredible charity. Please,
but like
please,
too
please
far beyond missing it, you know.
In. And Bradley, as you clean up this level, you think now's a good
this is a fantastic time to get through a few of them.
Yeah, makes sense, Newen. That's the thing, like I was saying earlier, like my UKSG run I did by myself. And in hindsight, I probably should have had Klaxi on, because Klaxi was there and he knows the run reasonably well, but can at least kind of talk with it. So that it wasn't just me.
Cool. What?
But yeah, just having Dylan there gave me a lot of opportunity to kind of play.
$14. Glub, 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 glub.
Yikes.
Can we unhear that one? Is that okay?
Yeah, something that kind of we sort of talked a little bit about, but didn't really like highlight it, like specifically talk about it, like specific points. But
we need something.
There were so many different sections of the run where Dylan just kind of like picked up talking while I'm doing stuff,
the Spyro gods
and meant I could just focus on like the hard stuff.
Fair.
So obviously, like, I didn't need to talk through a lot of Glimmer. I didn't need to talk through.
Anyways,
like,
so
doing Gulp Skip
through Summer Forest, as you've seen, we've collected 2 orbs.
Like some of the Dragon Shores entry
we talked
stuff.
To Hunter, he taught us how to glide, which I really just didn't know how to do before. Thank you, Hunter.
Agent Zero, I was quite focused on.
Oh. And Bradley into a very nice swim in air.
That is deceptively hard.
Yes.
Like, I'm not just saying like 'cause I got it first try, but you can be there for ages. It probably is consistent in some way, but yeah.
It definitely felt like the UKSG run.
Press square, hope it clips you.
Yeah, there's a bit of a
I definitely didn't feel like I helped myself playing the game by just being on my own.
Go up and down a little bit.
This was a good ocean.
And depending on where that plane is, it becomes easier and or harder to get a swim in air.
Yeah, the first try swim was pretty nice.
However, we're going to be entering into our next
142 entry, yeah, no, it's like 350 pace.
This one is quite hard. Need to get a few things at the start.
Yeah, so as Bradley mentioned the first one, there are 4 sets of 8 different
things.
Did
I do this well?
During
I can't even remember.
In this case, there are rings, there are guys...
I made a really bad... I did a home world run in the practice room like an hour before, and it went horribly in Ocean Speedway. I lost like 40 seconds, but I think this was okay.
And then also fireball the guys in cars and on boats. So Bradley is doing this in a very not dev-intended order, I would say, based off how the levels laid out. But
oh yeah, it's a 43, right? I think it's a 43.
Quite a bit of time over what is intended to be the actual casual way.
Yeah, there's a lot of technical stuff that I obviously can't
I want to say that this route saves in the range of 12 seconds. Feel free to correct me, Brad, if you know based off of...
I don't know for sure, but there are no other routes really for this.
Yep.
That was 43 really nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
My best is a 42.94. Yeah, that was really nice.
Now we talked to a baddie.
0.8 off my best in a marathon. Pretty good.
And she's like, yeah, you just need to chase Hunter through these rings and stuff. And I'm like, I guess we can chase him through some rings. Cool. And he just
first war? Yeah, I respect that. I did it a few times.
They're bystanders in all this.
When you got Peacekeeper's jump, cliff jump, whatever the thing is next to Chef, whatever you call it, I can't remember.
If you do miss a ring, you restart the minigame. It is a
because I think you were the last to do it by like 2 seconds.
He is simply not going to.
And I just started it there because I'm like, I don't know if anyone else is going to. And like that was actually a problem that I felt like throughout your race. Is because obviously you were kind of desynced, and there were like I know there were only 2 people talking in Dylan and Kara really, but there were kind of like 5 people doing stuff. Everyone was kind of out of sync after about 4 minutes. And
God, she's so bad. It's alright.
Yeah, I was just kind of like, I don't know where to kind of jump in with like cheering for things happening. That was 0.29 of my gold. What the fuck?
So here we're at a 4,500.
That was good.
There's 10,000 to collect.
Oh my god. Okay.
As Bradley mentioned at the start of the run, and we are making honestly.
Yeah, that was one I specifically was like, this needs cheering, and I just didn't know whether like the uneducated Spyro sections of the audience would actually respond to it.
I'm kind of looking at that as pretty much halfway through.
Yeah, Millie.
Yep. The next level here is a typical fan favorite, Hurricos.
Yeah, that was a really good Ocean Speedway.
Like the visuals on it,
like insanely good.
The overall like actually doing the IL is just fun. So
yeah.
we're going to start out by collecting a ton of gems as open.
Yeah, I think there are a couple of things in 100 Egg, which I think people...
in general...
I think people did respond to, because obviously like it's kind of more obvious.
Mainly come later. There are some minor things that can be.
But yeah, with and Vortex as well, everyone kind of responded to everything the whole time because Vortex just looks cool.
Wasn't quite up to par.
No, it was.
You sure?
But I missed the gem.
Oh, I didn't.
That one wasn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, some of the kind of less obvious or less flashy looking stuff. As someone who knows that, I kind of felt like, yeah, I should like. Someone needs to start this.
As mentioned, a little bit hard.
Yeah,
very easy to miss every once in a while.
Is good.
And also those gems specifically, I believe my Hundo PB from like.
Why am I still doing the jump? Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I did the same. Like I let go of charge at the same frame in that second basket on the jump. The first jump was actually good, but I knew my gem counts.
Learning to trust yourself and your ability to flame charge accurately.
And then the second one, I just
and just not miss those gems.
Didn't double jump properly.
And also without making myself seem really, really sad, knowing about 400 gem counts.
And flame charge on those, very nice. Yeah. That's also very deceptively hard, in my opinion.
That is, yeah. You've got to kind of fall.
Yeah, I knew it.
When you're falling.
I think to be fair, like the crowd were quite good for that. There's enough people there that know the run. Like Laura says, Laura started a lot of it.
You have to kind of really
but Dylan was quite good at hyping people up as well when it required it.
Charge.
Yeah, sci-fi.
Yeah. A lot of inputs per second in this game is a very good way to put it. If you guys are melee players, I find that's a pretty not like accurate description to how this game plays necessarily, but the idea of like kind of fast button presses at all times is a pretty good description for how Spyro 2 can play at times in certain sections.
You do nothing. It's fine, Lottie. You're there for the moral support. It's fine.
Circle, square, and X ad nauseum. So here we're collecting a bunch more gems.
Yo, Composer.
Before we enter our
S1
last side area to get our last orb for the level. However, before that, we want to see the number 400 pop up on our screen here after we grab these 3 reds. Very nice.
Here, Squid.
Just what we want.
So when you're playing S1, no, me neither.
No earthly idea how you just bonked, but
you get 1 frame. There's 1 frame there that you can bonk on movements. You have to just let it go for 1 frame, and I didn't do that.
Interesting. I've never seen that. I'm probably too slow between my circle and my square press.
Yeah, probably. This is Lightning Thieves. We need to place these orbs onto the platforms.
Did I get this? Did I do this right?
Hopefully
I genuinely can't remember.
Good. Oh, I might be slow.
Oh yeah, I got
some good RNG there. The 4th thief there can go either side. Thank you.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you can lose a couple of seconds. That's okay. So there are 10 of these. We just need to keep placing orbs onto the platforms, killing them, and replacing the orbs. If you're playing this casually, this can get really annoying because they can just seemingly spawn randomly. We do have a pretty good route. It is very consistent. Besides the aforementioned RNG. No despawn, excellent.
Very nice.
That last one can despawn. We genuinely don't know why. We don't know how to stop it. It's just random.
And really cool. It's also when it happens when you're on a pace and then you just lose it.
Happened to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, really fun.
It happens to everyone. Once.
This be a lovely time for donations.
I mean, look, as much as I meme about Spyro 1 being mid, like, it is an insane speedrun.
Please consider donating so that there are some donations to read.
Yes.
I don't know.
Give us money. Thank you.
I don't know. I just play game, you know.
Or ESA.
No, I mean me.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Oh, it's about the fish.
Okay.
Okay.
I love fish.
Finest Spyro on emulator, the right analog works. What, for movement?
I can't play everyone's favorite mini
if you're on emulator, you can like with Duck Station, for example, you can bind your controls to that, I guess.
Oh, I got. That's terrible.
But
yeah, that's pretty much it, actually.
Left analog will be better if you want to actually like control it. I mean, D-pad is better for the original games,
very dense level, I would say.
If you do want to move with analog stick, you'll be better off using the right analog stick.
There's nary a spot
you won't be able to bind it like
pressing circle or square.
like the camera to the right analog stick like it is in Reignited.
But this level is specifically
because of the way the camera's set up.
Turtle boxes, which are utilized for one of the mini games, which we haven't.
I went for the swag turtle route and I failed it completely.
You can start by kind of just doing it as you want to.
Yo, AJ. Yeah, I mean you can leave if you want. It's fine. Lucidot could ban you if you'd like.
In the level, which is on a timer. However, because we of course have Super Flame as it is from the Dragon Shores portal thing that we did. You know, it buffs out.
I mean, there's 4 Spyros in the run.
Do this as we run through the level.
As far as I can
this
think.
level, honestly, one of the most satisfying ILs as well. Once again, a very fun one to practice. And don't worry, I know I've said there are a lot of fun ones to practice so far.
Where's the
Skelos?
There are some
that are awful to practice, and we're going to talk about.
So you've got the enemy Spyro in Glimmer, Theater, the Spyro to the Fireball that I do.
No, it was okay.
Robotica going to the Bug Zapper, Colossus,
we went through the gate,
leaving
Hockey.
11
spirits, and I had I think 1 when I went through the gate, just
Skelos from the floor.
Movement. I don't even think I have 11 enemies.
Is that not just a wall glide?
So it just saved a lot of time. As Dylan mentioned, we've got the Fireball. We don't need to.
Oh yeah, you can do the Spyro in the cave and Skelos if you want and die like Lon.
It's really nice of him. I mean, I'm a big fan of Turtle Soup.
I think you can get it somewhere near here, right?
Probably. I mean, we're in Sweden. It's probably like a European delicacy.
Do it
right? Europeans.
I've only done it with like the wall glide flop.
You guys don't like turtle soup out there? I see a card. Is that a credit card for me or something? Is that for me? Oh man.
Oh.
Out of order. Don't give me a red at least, please.
So these turtle spawns are consistent. There is a pattern.
Charmed Ridge Spiders,
you just need to charge them into the water to save them. You can fireball them. I wouldn't recommend it. If the fireball you send at them doesn't get them immediately into the water, they behave very weirdly. You can charge them like towards, let's say, this wall. We're gonna do a little bounce, 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 bounce.
Nice recovery on it.
But yeah, you could
really good
if you fireball them, they don't go straight in. Whatever direction you charge them in, they'll go kind of about 75
Yeah, it's
degrees
so
in a
weird. Like, I don't get
it's
why
really
they behave so weirdly.
Great.
Just don't fireball.
Fan of it.
That's just your truism here.
Another thing about the chef here is he is one of the possible characters you can get a ton of love. Many people are big fans of the chef. He's kind of in, you know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
he's okay. He's okay. Slight thing as well there, the gems in the water where we were hitting the turtles. If you go in there during the minigame, the minigame restarts, which is why we don't collect them until after. It'd be really efficient if we could get them.
Yeah, ESA was incredible. Like,
unfortunately,
one of the best weeks of anything I've ever done.
It's really real.
We did so much stuff.
Now, to be fair to the button, we're
like
not really
the whole
supposed
week
to have
was
fireball
just
for this.
No, that is fair.
Doing things pretty much.
So heading into the final level of our second home
we went to
now,
Copenhagen.
Towers. This one involves
football.
a couple of different unique things, specifically pertaining to utilizing an out-of-bounds section without actually having
some like we had a game show type thing. We had
projectile going
quiz. We had some awards.
First. He's gonna aim up against this wall.
Obviously, we spent loads of time in like the mixed gaming room.
Where we hopefully hit a button on the other side.
Went on
Very
some walks and places. Like we were at some of the parks nearby at like 2-3 a.m.
In basically
numerous McDonald's strips. Obviously.
Very interesting lag there on the
Eating their
facture.
That's insane.
This level lags extensively, basically everywhere. It's really fun. But yeah, specifically that spot is quite bad.
Be good to see you there next year, Jamie. And honestly, like anyone in chat who's thinking about coming to ESA, or might think about coming to ESA, if you're part of like this community, any speedrunning community, just do it. It's so much fun. I cannot recommend it enough.
To make sure that we do not, in fact, get eaten, and then
that's a shame, AJ.
Time.
Sorry, you have to enjoy it now and on YouTube as well.
Into a pool of sharks here. Hopefully, if we get out of the water right.
Hold trout. God, let's see if it pays off.
Okay.
All right, we're looking good so far.
That was really sketch. I think I killed 2 with that fireball charge. I don't think I killed any of them.
Okay, no, we're good. We're
facing up.
Okay. You can basically jumping in. I'm fireballing the surface as I leave to kill anything following me.
That was scary.
If I get that wrong, a shark might follow me. If a shark follows me,
out of fear of sharks, they popped off of that.
There's no
That's
way
good.
to get it to like avoid death.
We love
the shark will just follow on land. It's a really cool.
Didn't enjoy so much, but that's good.
It loses like 30
pretty good run.
seconds, so I kind of don't want it to happen.
Pretty nice bottle grab there as well, by the way. Flawless.
To be honest, I called chest proxy the easiest thing in the game. This is easier.
Yep. It's square and hold forward.
Yeah, face down.
And if you do this for long enough, eventually you'll see a little void open up. And you might think, man, that's a pretty looking void. But instead of going into it, we're going to go ahead and turn left and hop into this final sea canister for the seahorse. This guy is very easily deceived. He's honestly dumb as a box of bricks. He thinks we saved all of his kids. Little does he know, we just gave him one, and he gives us an orb. Like, what an idiot, dude.
He just doesn't like his other children. Yeah. It's fine.
I don't blame him. I don't either.
No.
Anyway, so here...
things?
Yeah, I mean, they're all on YouTube. There's a playlist of them, Rider.
Seahorse through the level.
They're all linkable. They're all clickable in the Hararo link, and I think from the main ESA schedule as well.
It's Spyro the Dragon.
You can. Yeah, you can just.
I'm giving you the only clap for that because no one else heard.
Dylan's voice got roasted.
He shouldn't have clapped.
Yeah.
I think I should have been laughed at.
Not because he's American, but because he was speaking so much.
All right, cool. So we did that the first time. This time we have 17 rings to go.
Like he was on so many runs.
In the process of this, we are also collecting.
Obviously his own one, but he did like
Bradley did so on the first
bunch of commentaries.
We're gonna grab that too. All of these twos on the way through, and I believe a couple of gems here up on the left.
So much yapping, yeah.
Yep.
He did a lot of yapping.
Correctly, because the game can soft lock if I miss.
Yes, it is a little bit of a scary point. Very nice.
Good.
And very nice.
Oh, not even sub our Aquaria. That sucks.
So if you go through the second, we go through the second last ring backwards there on the hardest strat. Leaving the level is also hard, apparently.
It is.
417
if
still.
we miss going through that second last one and don't fail the minigame while doing so, and then go through the last one, the game will soft lock. Sometimes you can pause exit out of it, sometimes...
That is sub 1 Aquaria? It is not. I have my split file open, I can tell you for a fact it's not.
I would say is pretty solid for a marathon run. I'm pretty happy with this, and we'll go into our last homeworld, which is Autumn Plains, which is the second homeworld.
No, I started timer on...
yeah, this game, doing it 100% is genuinely...
And as I say, I don't have it on screen because there's so much on screen, and I don't know where I'd put it, but I am running my splits on my second window, and yeah, that was a 1 hour and 9 seconds leaving Aquaria.
You're instead doing things in such a way where we're weirdly going to be ending in a speedway, which is maybe the least appropriate ending possible, if you ask me. But
yeah, I mean, I literally just said to the tech guy before we started, like, I'll go through the menu, 2 cutscenes, and then timing starts on movement.
I've lost PBs to it.
Absolutely.
And he just was like, yeah, cool.
Runs.
You know?
All right, so Breeze Harbor, I know I keep echoing the sentiment of ILs are fun, but genuinely, this is my favorite IL to do. It is a ton of fun. It is action-packed, and it involves some very, very creative routing. I would like to take this time to allow Bradley to credit a certain somebody who he may have misquoted at a certain event, maybe called UKSG, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know what you're talking about, Dylan.
I don't either. Are you sure?
Shout out ZL.
Don't know.
Anyway, this route that we're doing right now was founded, optimized, and kind of brought to life by a fellow by the name of Zachary Lawrence, near and dear to the Spyro community. He is insane at this category. He is insane just in general, actually. I'd like to correct myself.
That entire process was really sketch. Like, I landed too far forward.
And this route is truly, and I mean this, one of the most
I didn't think I was actually going to make the landing
Why
to begin
I say
with.
inspiring is because in my head, routes are set.
Yeah, Zeal has genuinely been doing great stuff. It's a shame he didn't get Blunt's time, and now he's doing DK.
This game has been being run and optimized for a decade
for real. Shout out
plus in terms of like 100%. People thought the route we had before was great. It couldn't be optimized
Shame he's Canadian.
This one, if I'm not mistaken, feel free to correct me, Bradley, saves about 9.
Yeah, I think ZL pushed the community goal down by 9.
Yep, over what was previously done, and that is an insane amount of time in any category that has been actively run and pushed.
Yeah, if only he came back for real, we'd have like a 129 RTA by now, surely.
The main reroute here is this first section is pretty much the same as it was a year ago. But in the second here, we're going to do another swim in air. This is also really easy. Some of these tricks are genuinely hard. I'm not making this up. But all we're going to do here is swim against this.
I missed this, right?
This step. Press square. Charge out of the water, surely. Easy strat. There we go. And we're going to swim around and collect the last of the gears. I mean, personally, I didn't really struggle with the trolley as a kid, but I think a lot of people did. Normally, you're meant to be on a little trolley to go around the track and collect these gears, but we can just skip it. We can collect them all. This level isn't scary at all, is it, Dylan?
Not at all. Especially, you don't, like, you know, if you get hit by an enemy, like in any level, it just doesn't matter, right?
Correct.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, there's no danger at all here.
So
childhood mugging, thanks. Past Daddy
loaded in this game.
Yeah. I hate people's childhood
in this level. In this level, for when Spyro is underwater, or when he's in the swimming animation specifically, because there are no enemies under there, right?
Yep.
So if Bradley does get hit during any point in this swimming animation while he's swimming around, the game will simply crash, and it's really cool.
Yeah. It is pretty cool, especially because I have to go back towards an enemy for a gem I missed.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's good buff out.
Yeah, it will.
Don't go. I thought you were going to try.
No. Oh yeah.
All right, very nice. And that's Breeze Harbor.
Hey, I saved time with my sub 140 split.
Yeah, that level is really fun, as Dylan said. The risk of crashing there does exist, but you can lab it in such a way that you know you won't crash it. For example, the big firefighter guys, if you swim at their eye level, they'll just physically never hit you. I see we have one unread donation, so feel free.
@_maniac donated $1. Thanks for sharing your love of this game with me this event, Bradley. Much love and good luck with the rest of the run.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I love this game. I love this category. It's so fun. Here's a level I don't love.
Why?
It's very dangerous and very scary and very hard.
Well, just don't have fear in your heart.
Okay, fine. Okay. I'm gonna nail it now.
Yep.
Surely.
So the reason why this level is specifically scary for this category, as in every other category,
first room of Harikos, what, like from spawn up until the first orb?
Through the level, you have this mystery vase, right? And we touched on it a bit earlier. If you do die at any point during the mystery vase,
the level I have most fun with is
reset
Fracture.
the mystery vase,
and that's because I obviously don't do the
during this level,
AIDS
we actually take a lot of damage intentionally, as you're seeing right now.
Yeah, they're kind of simple.
Do some creative platforming and get to areas a little bit faster.
I do really like Hariko's movement, like everything before the thieves, like even the end, even after the talisman. I really love that section.
Maybe getting damage. That's fine.
I respect it. You're gonna back it up with the lizard, I reckon, right?
More ESA Sunrise moments, yeah.
More annoying to hit the bow.
I actually said I was looking through the donations the next day, and I said to Jacob like,
there we go.
Nice. Good collection on that 5.
It did Maniac. However, the
TTS
pronounced his name there
wasn't
wasn't obvious, so I had no idea who that was until I looked at it later.
Or anything like that. You physically have to have Spyro run over the gems, and that can be very, very inconvenient. You got this. Come on.
I've died in that pit before.
But yeah, we did.
Very nice. We get a Sparks.
We did 2 days. Me and IDK underscore Maniac. A couple of people the first time, but we
the mystery vase in the final spot.
We basically stayed up until like 4 on the first night and beyond 6:30 on the second night of just him playing like one Mario Kart Wii time trial. Really insane thing to have done, but really fun. And yeah, we went and watched the sunrise the first time.
Alright. I mean, Glug thinks it's excellent, I guess.
Actually.
Yeah.
So we're grabbing another bone here. In this case, it's the talisman for the level. There are 14 of these. It is the name. 14 talisman is the name of another category, which I love. Thank you. That's all I want to say about that. Here we're gonna collect the last of the gems here, and then we have a couple of orbs to get here. So usually I've talked to that guy. I'll put the bridge down.
We need the bridge.
Yeah, no, we just don't. We can just double jump. Which we actually, I don't think, talked about double jump a single time yet, by the way.
Yeah, there's our first mention of double jump.
Experienced commentators, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It'll buff out. So
I actually hate Rewatching. Rewatching is one of my least favorite levels in the entire run.
A square press on the controller. In doing so, allows Spyro to gain height. It's done in a rhythmic fashion. But I promise, if you spend any amount just kind of messing around with it,
it's just so annoying. Like you do all the hard stuff in the boss rush, and then it's just like
basically killing all these lizards to save the villagers.
Precise with enemies.
In the preset
precise with the supercharge.
Actually spawn killing that
like
one.
It's quite easy to miss one of the gems around the bug zapper.
Yeah, I went too early.
Can't believe it. And Lumpy's
so
gonna get
kind of
us
really
our last orb here for Skills Badlands. See, just don't live in fear.
No, exactly.
Exactly.
That was fine. And when I say that was fine, that actually saved about 25 seconds over world record, because world record dies there.
Yep. Got small bows. Boat number 2.
I'm kind of glad that ZL didn't get world record, so I can keep saying.
Tap back into that clip,
I'm
Jacob.
no other way glad. Please get world record, ZL.
Yeah. Just funny, isn't it?
Nice. We're gonna go into Crystal Glacier. I think this is Dylan's favorite level, but we'll come to why that is.
How much less skill is this now? What, fun?
I'm just saying, you guys better be ready to say hi. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Oh, right. Oh, scary. Yeah. No, yeah.
There's
that makes
strong
sense.
words I might have to say.
I mean, it's still scary when you go for like the double early, double early vase strat.
Double jump across.
It's more challenging if you don't double jump.
So here we have a pretty challenging double jump to go across here.
Yeah, if you go for the 2 early vase strats,
to do that from a stand, you can make it a little bit easier
harder.
if you go onto the bone instead.
Thanks, yeah.
But Bradley doesn't need that because he is.
Yeah, Sparks is in the cave now. Is
he's
an error.
Very nice, very clean. I wasn't sure if he did the Sproder or not. Actually,
no.
I was getting ready to say Sproder.
No.
There are 2 different ways to do that strat. I do a Sproder. Bradley does a little glide flop. Either way, gets you the same goal. I believe the glide flop.
I mean, it's still scary. Because,
nice.
Yeah, like so far in.
Here we are looking to get to 15 souls. Once again, these are what we get from killing the enemies in levels. This is because we want to unlock a power-up in this level to utilize to be an orb mission. So here, very nice. Actually.
Shame about the last fireball on the bottle, but it didn't matter.
You want to explain what you did there a little bit?
Yeah, so the strat for this used to be to jump onto that ramp with the avalanche and jump into this tower.
Did I say that? I have no idea what the timing is on the glide flop.
Zachary Lawrence reroute. If you do that movement, it saves like 2.5 seconds.
Dylan did
to
okay.
actually
is the Spyro faster?
Do the game intended way
I guess that would
of
make
getting the
sense.
talisman, which is wild. I think that's the funniest thing that we've had to read.
Unless you also don't know.
While I've been in the community, possibly ever.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's just an oversight, really. Like there have been a number of like little oversight things. I feel like over the years. There was one recently found in Robotica Farms, which you saw
that would make
earlier,
sense.
where you can actually just walk into a certain spot. And
I don't want to say like
the fireball, and it's
a
like
fractional time save is irrelevant, but
the one we just saw,
kind of irrelevant, you know.
Where it just objectively is easier and faster, I would say overall.
I don't think it's easier, but it is definitely faster.
Well, if you're doing, I'm thinking if you're doing the jump straight onto the HUD, not. To
yeah, okay, yeah. No, that is definitely easier than the absolute fastest. Okay, Dylan's favorite character, possibly in all of gaming, is coming up. So everyone, get ready.
Just keep your eyes on the left here for a second.
Yeah,
you might
exactly.
See a glimpse of somebody.
I'm gonna
really
specifically turn my camera so you can't see him.
Okay, all right. This is.
And here.
Okay.
And here.
This is interesting. He's aiming away. Get ready. Hi, George. Hi, George. Look, it's him. Why aren't you saying hi to him? Say hi to George. Say hi to George. It's George. Anyway, so George here is a snow leopard. We have to feed him 3 fish. And then we have to safely navigate him, definitely not over that puddle of Pepto-Bismol on the way, to get him back to his owner there, whose name I think is Shaman Tuck. I could be wrong. Interesting movement there from Bradley Gaming. If you're wondering, that actually Manips Gulp for the next fight that we do,
the whole run?
When we end up doing NG Plus next.
All right, there's no audio cue here I need.
Oh yeah, I just completely clowned this.
Oh, I've completely clowned it. Don't worry. Forget the audio cue.
Why did I charge? What was I doing?
That goo. If we time the movement right, once he finishes eating, the 2 corners on the right side of the wall there make him do very weird things. Basically walking across the a goo. Saves like 3 seconds.
I got to use SG, I think.
It also looks very funny because he just walks across the goo. You can actually take him like to the start of the level. He'll fall into the
such
void.
A troll. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I mean, Dylan loves George,
record a video
so I just gotta play
it to me in Discord DMs, would you?
I wouldn't. Other runners.
Yeah, like that's the alternative and arguably correct take. It's like snow leopard slow, honestly, annoying. Cool. Can we hurry up, please? But
cool,
also,
you can do things. So speaking of that other runner, he loves this level, and he is a psychopath. He is Zachary Lawrence. Bradley will be the first person to tell you.
Now, as tech,
is probably the worst level.
Yeah, if only I'd actually hit the tech.
Why is that, Bradley?
Well, you know how George is like nice and cute and we like him?
Yeah, we love that guy.
We have Cowlicks here. We don't like Cowlicks.
Right.
This level is good.
See, that's
such a bad take.
For money bags.
such a bad take.
They're awake now.
Also, that was a bad glide. I don't usually have to hover there.
Alright, so here we are going to
go
through
level, also a bad
gems and actually get to the end of level really, really fast. Bradley with a nice early fireball in that door while collecting some gems. Very nice.
No kid. Yeah, Lozzie and Dale is sat literally behind me.
And then typically, if you're playing the 14 talisman category, you pretty much just want to run up to that guy that's
minute worse than Drash. I think mine's like 2 seconds worse than Drash.
Pretty much tell him you love him and he gives you a talisman. It's really weird.
Wow. How did he survive the explosion?
Pure power of will, I think. The determination of a warrior.
That jump is really hard. There's a bit of ground you can land on there, but it has a ceiling. So you basically have to get enough height to get onto the ledge that you can stand on, but also under the ceiling.
So the professor pops his nutsack at you. There's an intended way to do this puzzle here. Why is everyone laughing? What? Hey, Juliet.
Screen. I don't think I have. I don't think I actually have seen that.
Alright. Everyone's least favorite animal.
Yeah, that was good. The reaction from you got Lozzie in the front, Deo, Mad Girl with a box over Dylan's right shoulder, and also Freeze Champ just over Lozzie's right shoulder. Very entertaining there.
Your most vitriol insult towards these creatures. They're vile, grotesque, and
I actually wasn't sure about the
other than the endless abyss.
The second green gem, the second vase there. I wasn't sure about it in the run.
Steak.
That's true.
I love gambling.
You think McDonald's serves cowlicks?
I hope so.
Okay.
Are we going to McDonald's after this, Brad?
I think so.
Okay. You want like Grimace Shake?
Come back in like a boss.
I'll get back.
Fair.
Okay. So here
front row, you've got Deo on the right, obviously. He runs Spyro 1.
We basically
you may have heard of him.
around in
to his right is Space Lozzie,
creative
who
ways,
is somewhere in chat.
We're trying to manipulate
one of the most wholesome people there is.
Them, towards a certain area.
To the right of her, when he comes back, is AJSX,
little fence
yellow guy in chat, wherever my finger is pointing.
However,
to the right of him
is
Mad Girl with a box, one of the Hypnoshock mods. Lozzie's right shoulder.
No, I don't like it.
Freeze Champ.
The way that this works is that you have to imagine the fireball.
CTR ran
a spherical object.
So Looney Tunes Space Race at ESA.
The Cowlick's hitbox is also
to his left
slightly
is
larger,
Rider K.
Essentially the same thing.
And then I think there's Ripperoo Team Off
two tennis balls at
to
each
the
other.
left, and
what are you doing?
Evolves to his left.
I'm trying to make this a tennis ball.
Okay.
It's kind of circular, like if I hold like this.
Okay, fine.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool people out there.
In like a straight direction, they'll kind of ricochet weirdly. And the same kind of thing happens here. So you see on the right side of this
by Lozzie near the beginning.
And he's going
I
left.
don't remember.
It's, like you have to angle where
wearing
you
a
are.
floral shirt.
So you can control it a little bit.
Hypnoshock bringing a Crony Crew. In a way.
If you fireball two Cowlicks close to each other,
stream was pretty packed for his run.
They might just go off at opposite directions.
Which would make sense.
That's just how that works.
So here, Bradley's going to be trying to
there were like 4 Hypnoshock mods at ESA.
At the same time. Let's see.
Nice.
I think that one might have... No, you got them all. Okay. I wasn't sure if that last one was going in.
Yeah, you can see Sam literally...
I was thinking they were going to get caught in the corner and start doing the spin.
There.
Was that Reignited they do that in?
They do a lot of things in Reignited.
Yeah,
there's
like
AJ.
Earth in Reignited, actually. It's interesting. Anyway.
Check people's SR.com.
The end of that section of the level. Now what we're doing is... as mentioned,
you pay sci-fi.
I like this whole section. This
I mean, I'll be there, so...
Awesome. We have to chase this mystery vase down, as you've seen us do in previous levels.
I guess we've got to get Side in there as well now.
So what we're doing here is we're going to be going through the level kind of backwards, because these things typically always end at the beginning of the levels because they like to be inconvenient.
You'll be there. Let's go.
Casual players. However, speedrunners, we actually get to utilize that kind of to our advantage with routing.
This was good until this.
It's okay, buffed out.
Flawless movement. Yeah.
It's like a 421 Bo Peep one.
So here we're going to be cleaning up a couple of gems. Then we have the mystery vase waiting for us.
I did not.
Literally where we spawned. It is sitting just there. I hope that hit.
It didn't. The hip, if you fireball that from a long way away,
I think I was too close.
It's gigantic, but I was too far left with it.
Too close and too far left.
Zephyr complete.
Still a 536. I'm happy with that in any run, I think, pretty much.
Done and dusted.
Like Cowlick.
I don't even give them that.
No,
yeah, that's fair.
They don't deserve a farewell.
You do have too much hair.
The worst thing is that I'll go home and I'll have to see them again.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
Did I turn the camera there?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Wait, you made a cowlick one? Oh my.
That's awesome. I mean, a cowlick stress ball is something that I think everyone needs in their lives.
All right, another speedway.
Yep.
This one's quite tricky as well.
It's very pretty to watch.
Just go bald.
Well. So here,
I'm amazed that first slow guy hit. I wasn't sure about it in the run. I'm even less sure about it.
We're not doing this the way that the developers really intend us to. We're kind of just messing around, grabbing things in almost a random-looking order.
Mentro Speedway, yeah. Shout out Super Dave for calling it Mentro Speedway on Wednesday.
We basically are just kind of doing things to save time because we're speedrunners, right, Bradley?
We are.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a lot of kind of collecting things at once. It's kind of the way that the speedways work. If we just kind of followed the level
being bald makes you streamlined. That is what someone who is bald would say.
Hit this last pigeon. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Very, very nice.
41-20, nice. I couldn't see what it was during the run. I couldn't see.
I like how the pigeons actually do sound like that as well.
Wait, chat.
Yeah.
Vanny?
That's kind of close.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, we're following Hunter to hunt down 12 Sly Coopers, a.k.a. 12 raccoon bandits who have stolen the mayor's money.
Nice little half-second time save there.
Yeah, it was actually very clean. Like, I just talked right over it. That was so nice.
Oh, yeah, someone's just pointed out in chat that the names are on the wrong side.
We pretty much just follow him. It's a pretty simple game. Yeah, he just shoots these guys. We take their money back, and then apparently Spyro wants to give the money back. I don't know why he does.
He was bald
I feel
now,
like he could probably just pocket it. And
we could finish the game quicker.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's being a bit of a...
Imagine if I could just do 64 for the rest of the game.
It's kind of been away and like...
God, we love 64.
Had other things when he streamed before. I've not seen him stream for like a week and a half, 2 weeks probably.
Right. Says the mayor done.
His head's probably growing back
by now. Out of Metro Speedway.
Yeah, exactly. Runner first, but yeah, it looks a bit awkward, a bit silly with this. It's fine.
Bowl Off Spiders donated $5. GL Bradley.
Thank you.
Thank you for that, Tom.
Nuke __ donated $1. Calf stuck my wife. GL Brad, I hope Hunter destroys you in popcorn.
Wow.
Wow, Nuke hates me.
Popcorn is kind of funny. Is it still running out there, or is it a bit late?
Yeah, is there popcorn out there, fellas?
Oh.
Maybe popcorn on the popcorn machine? No, it's gone.
Yeah, Joe.
Oh. Boo. I should have brought some for the bit. Yeah. Anyway, this is Scorch.
Oh, not the ball. Oh, weird. My Scorch is different. I actually, the Scorch I dealt with yesterday, like, there's like rockets and
things. This one is actually faster.
Oh, interesting.
Deo is half full, yeah.
Again, there's a little end of level skip there. Kind of precise, but not too bad.
Yep, hi, Derek.
Yeah.
Why did you remove that emote, by the way? I love that emote.
I was trying to edit something on my Twitch channel, and I may or may not have just taken it off temporarily and then forgot to put it back up.
Well done.
You mentioned it at one point. I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that later, and then I just, you know, not the most what's the right word? I don't have a good memory.
Yeah, they clearly knew that.
So anyway, we're chasing Bombo around.
They needed
here. He is the
a reader for that
flag keeper here. He really likes. Unfortunate.
Scammed.
Watching it back, I can see I wasn't close enough to the
you
edge.
kind of go around the pavilion there. You can make him follow you.
Yeah, that would have been really stupid if they put him on stream too and then just like given him a TTS.
So we can get some gems there. I felt
that
would
have been a terrible idea.
But apparently not. So there are 3 of these. You fireball him off the ledge and then chase him.
Yep.
We're actually going to leave the second one for a bit. He can just chill there, it's fine. Because we can go and do this.
The monkeys!
Are you a fan of Ape Escape %?
Sure.
Do you know what Ape Escape % is?
No clue.
Ape Escape % is a category extension where the goal is not
I think he's like early
all the monkeys actually to let Hunter get hit by a coconut.
I think.
That's awesome.
It's slow, so I'm not going to do it here, but it is funny, yeah.
It'd be kind of cool if you did.
It is very funny when Hunter gets hit.
I completely forgot what I wanted to do in the long Hunter walk here.
Over.
Yeah, and you fail the minigame and lose like a year.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Yeah. He's returning these to the Avalar Zoo, or so he says. You know he's actually doing them?
What?
He's a cheater. Like, come on.
What was he gonna do with the monkeys? How is he cheat the monkeys? Oh, Oh my god.
He's gonna eat them.
Oh my god.
He's gonna eat them.
Oh my god. Dark lore of Spyro confirmed? Daomate, get the video out.
There's some ketchup hidden behind one of the trees.
That's not true.
It's fine. So Bombo throws out these little projectiles. If he hits you, the minigame restarts at that section, so you don't have to do the whole thing again. You just have to do the second section again if I get hit here, which I shouldn't do from here. But again, we can make him follow us there, go around, get those gems, and just wait.
We get an extra butterfly.
We get an extra butterfly. That was nice. I'm on full health, so it doesn't help me at all. But it's cool.
Yeah.
Look, 50 in the past
really
10
happy
years.
that we're getting these flags back for him. You know, he really spent a lot of time making them. He just wants them back from Bombo.
Dale was very chill.
Flame charge jump, hit Bombo on the way up. Very nice.
Spent quite a lot of time talking to him this event.
I missed that a lot.
Really nice guy.
The way that works is you charge. Thank you. If you charge and then glide
I can see that.
Spyro's head will basically tilt. You can do this upwards or downwards. Usually people do it upwards. But his head will tilt, and the fireball will follow the tilt. So you can send fireballs.
Missed my round live. That's okay. We're here rewatching it now.
As we saw there.
Pinned message has got the whole.
This is quite tight. I'm going to try and get a talisman,
clean VOD
get
straight
all of
from
these
ESA.
gems, and then get past
So
the
you can,
talisman NPC
watch that at your leisure.
Bombo comes and nudges me into her. And
Caress Deo's gorgeous beard.
Really
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I think I'm fine.
Yeah.
So this
it's even
level,
more magnificent
I will
in
say
person.
for me personally, I find this cycle to be really hard, and it's awesome how good you are at it, because you're just going to hit this.
That was very close. He was very close behind
Very
me.
nice.
I thought that was better than it was.
I thought you actually didn't go in deep enough on like your initial hook when you came over the wall, but goes to show that you're the go and I'm the.
No, there's some sort of movement at the top of there.
Any wisdom from Zaboom?
Bombo is not always moving.
Not really.
Throughout the level.
He was very like chilled out, very zen.
You can just sort of move forwards, backwards, and
just kind of enjoying it really.
Move.
We chatted a little bit.
But yeah, now we can come to actually genuinely the most.
He was
fun
just kind of like vibing out the whole time, which is really cool.
But I also
hope he had a good time.
Really hard strats that would make.
I think he did.
So
yeah, it's This is one of the levels I also tend to enjoy quite a bit. It's a very fun IL. As mentioned, until
he's a really nice guy. We spent a bit of time chatting on.
Strat, in which case, it becomes.
I don't know what day it was. Maybe the day he arrived, maybe the day after he arrived.
I think Zachary has described this level as miserable before.
Yeah.
Unfun, perhaps.
Yeah,
even.
he's a really nice guy.
Fortunately, we're gonna have
everyone I met at ESA, like so many people.
These wonderful bagpipes.
All of them were just so nice.
Anyone love the bagpipes?
Anyone love flashbangs? Well, there. I thought I mistimed that really bad. I thought it was coming sooner.
Yeah. So yeah, we need to free these 6 satyrs to
There's one bastard.
Get to the talisman. There is a way you can get to the talisman without freeing any satyrs.
No, I mean as much as I meme on Freeze Champ was nice.
Anyway. Nice double jumping.
This was really funny.
We make the backup.
The girl in Mackey's.
So we can fireball these guys. We can fireball.
Do you know what?
A couple of them at once.
What's really funny is that that is true, but that's not even like the one that you met.
Of the temple.
Because there was the one on day 0 where we went to McDonald's, and Freeze and I were just like standing there waiting, and these 2 girls came up to us. One of them starts showing us this guy on her phone, and is like, "You think this guy like? What do you think of this guy?"
This was like my kryptonite.
And we're just like, yeah, he's okay, I guess. Like really random.
However, as speedrunners,
then asking us like what we were doing, what our names were. Her friend, was it her friend or her, laughed at my name, which was incredible.
This makes the outfit game quite literally a walk in the park.
Just a very weird experience. On day, like the day I arrived, I'd been there like 8 hours, and
we've already after we've already acquired what is Head Bash essentially.
Was I solicited?
I think we've done once.
No, but I think that was probably the intention.
It has literally one use, I think.
It does unlock the ability to do the secondary orb here, which we'll be seeing Bradley start right afterwards. And it's a really hard orb to get in this category, that second orb.
Yeah, shout out to that McDonald's for being so close,
we're gonna need some silence,
and for half the screen's not working.
Honestly, I'm gonna be shocked if
taken back to a air mattress. Yeah.
Okay.
Rooming with Drowner probably didn't help with that.
Please can we have some silence in the room.
As long as
That's it. He's done it. He's done it.
Looks like it should be models. No, most of them were just like middle-aged guys.
That would have been a lot cooler if I'd actually got those gems.
Yeah,
I kind of messed up.
It's okay.
That's fine.
It's buffed out.
Yeah, it did.
So here we're gonna go ahead and continue on through.
I got scammed. Yeah, I know.
Beautiful super.
My bad.
Brad. God.
Sorry, you can come next year and
just like at the start, we are gonna end
show
up
me the
trying to
waves.
get 2 satyrs at once. Aim at that one. Flame to that one. Unfortunately, not the glide off, but that is perfectly a-okay. Don't do what I did at really, really long-a-thon. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not going to YOLO this. I think I'm fine here. Yeah, we'll wait. It's fine. That's fine. If you
nailed the orb, what the overlap?
Timing, I couldn't tell you exactly what it is.
The house orb in the alchemist section is the route that I do anyway.
And I think possibly if an enemy's hitting you,
that is incredibly easy, like insanely easy to hit. I could make
if any of those things are kind of overlapping.
There's a harder route which is much harder, obviously.
Yeah. It definitely didn't happen to me in a marathon,
but
and I just didn't know what to do because I've never seen it before.
The route that I do for this is just
luckily we didn't see it there. What you'll notice when I go
I'm going to winter
level,
I'm undecided.
Once the treasure collects,
I might do. I don't know yet.
Save. Hopefully. There you go. We are running with a memory card, and the reason for that is
there
are like 5 or 6 crashes.
I'm just like a million %.
It loses
going
maybe
to
like 2
summer
seconds over the course of the run.
Nothing will stop me doing that.
So entirely marathon safe.
Yeah, winter is maybe.
It is very smart to run with the memory card.
We'll see.
Which
I think you're potentially going, right?
Definitely.
Hopefully, definitely going to summer.
Yeah.
You know, this is making me. This run's making me regret things, Bradley.
It didn't really buff out, but you know.
Yeah, fine. I am gonna learn. So I'll talk about like some other stuff at the end of the run.
We talked about
I will learn the fast
route.
I did learn triple a while back,
RNG,
but
little pieces of
I just wasn't very consistent with it. It just wasn't worth like persisting with, you know.
As a piece of popcorn would.
I didn't actually try the full alchemist clear.
Get to 10 apiece on this first
I definitely like. I will learn. I will be able to. I will get it to
wins the minigame. And whoever doesn't
go winter and make the
loses.
Yeah, that's fair.
And if
it does seem like there's a bit of interest in winter. Not that like there wouldn't be, you know,
but
yeah, we could do it again.
It definitely seems like there are a few people who maybe wouldn't go to winter normally
on screen at once, or like spawned in at once. So you're just
sell a kidney for that. Alright, just do another like just do some more like degen grinding and make it like a subathon,
because as you see,
you'll just make the money easy.
These kind of larger points between all of the
current skill level. New and hundo like regen, come back, run back, whatever words you want to use.
And there are quite a few in the middle. And then there's the odd one out in the distance.
Yeah, New makes a good point. The earlier you book it, like the cheaper it'll be.
One of the biggest problems with Spyro 2, in my opinion,
we do have dates now, so like
me grief more often than not is that camera. And this mini game, it likes to get caught on Hunter pretty frequently because he's just running all over the place, trying to grab.
But obviously, like you do kind of, you know, obviously need to make sure you got like, money now, whatever, to keep going.
We get that one.
Very solid popcorn, 1 and 2.
To be fair, New, prices have also increased a lot.
Definitely
like
can lose you a boatload
the world
of
is
time.
more expensive now.
Both
yeah,
1 and 2
your general point is right.
So we're not going to be looking at too much time loss.
Oh my god, it's too delicious in chat.
And from here,
from ESA,
we're going to be running around. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, listen, bonking looks good on you this time of year.
Okay.
I should Arugula say further up that he's missed the orb in Hundo before, which I'm assuming is the Hunter orb in Fracture Hills.
We're going to go Sparksless and turn around, grab
Back up Snail, surely.
I have
like
no idea
pounds.
Yeah, nice. Even there.
He gets in my way a lot.
Yeah, I can't remember what mine was. Maybe like 110.
We're just going to go ahead and charge onto this bit of scenery over here first. We're going to grab all of these gems onto the scenery up here. Normally you would have to climb the magma cone to get here, but fortunately with the double jump, it is incredibly easy just to get up and again do some creative platforming to optimize the route
here. I mean, the hotel was like 830 quid, which I split with Drowner.
Not the flame charge for one of them, but it still homes nonetheless. And now we're doing
which for like
the minigame,
you know,
Party Crashers.
9 nights, 10 nights, however many I say.
Miss on the balloon there, but it's okay. It will simply buff.
Pretty decent price, to be fair, for a hotel.
I gotta get the gem later, which is fine. This is like 5 or 6. You can't flame these guys, but you can fireball them. Sequence break. Let's go.
You did it.
Thanks for the follow.
If you kill the
Big Splash Airbnb. Is that where the
volcano,
the video of
as long as you see at least one frame
the video that was posted in Bingo of like
you will get the orb.
You and Drash.
Warp to the talisman.
I can't remember what the actual video was, but I remember there being a video recently.
And then we can just get these last gems and move on.
Yeah, ZL had a route that's maybe like a second faster, but it's total garbage. Like, it's so hard
as well. Really cool.
I do think the best course of action in that case with that balloon is just don't miss it.
No, that is true. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. I agree. I'm with you.
I almost forgot to split
there. We are looking lovely, and we are also, just to note it, we're down to the last 2 levels, bro.
No, ZL did have a different Fireball Party Crashers route.
So this next one features a wonderful NPC named Shorty, who we're going to be watching and following throughout the level. It's going to be a lot of fun, you know. I know how much you love this level in particular, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely didn't throw PBs to this.
I just seem too excited about it.
I know. Yeah, this is an escort mission. It's kind of wild that we have the end game that we do. This level is just
that one. Yeah.
Half an auto scroller, and then the speedway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
There are subtle ways to speed Shorty up, but we can't just skip to the end of level and get the talisman and kind of vibe out, as we can in every other level. We do actually have to take Shorty through all the checkpoints, get them to the end of the level, to actually progress.
Yep. Along the way, we are also going to be killing a lot of enemies. That way we can utilize an invulnerability power-up later in the level to help out a hippo whose name I actually don't know.
That thief placement was really awkward.
I don't know their name. But basically, they have a bunch of brothers and sisters who really like to eat concrete.
Had to like
and they get encased
swerve to hit it.
Concrete's tasty, to be fair.
It is. I really personally prefer. What's the name? I'm losing it. Is it QuickTite? Deo, what's your favorite brand?
Who was in that Airbnb then? There was you and Drash, obviously.
Crayons? Okay. But yeah, we're going to start the mystery phase here. Similar to all the other levels, we do need to reverse our way back to the beginning, across hitting it a couple different places, in order to optimally get through the level. But first, we got to get some
lamp feet.
Yes.
Hopefully hit this guy. Yeah, that's fine.
Very nice.
That guy's hitbox is quite big.
Oh man, that's a lot of people.
That. Nice. So these guys can be head bashed or fireballed. We're going to miss that guy. Nope, we're fine.
That was scary.
Yeah. If you head bash a hippo, as another hippo is coming out, the rest of them should, in theory, come out faster if you do the rest of them in the game correct. That wasn't perfect, but it worked. It's fine.
I think I did an upright rather than an up left.
If you do mess it up.
But I know those got found. Yeah, I heard you mention it in the Drash run. Drash just watching a casual streamer. Do you remember who it was?
Again. And then we have
do you remember who it was that Drash was watching to discover this?
Where we optionally want to hit this last thief with the lamp here, and then immediately.
This Shady is genuinely terrible.
Yeah, it's fine. Then immediately scale these stairs in such a way where we get to the top and are able to hit that mystery vase after we teleport. Otherwise, we don't get the
diabolically bad.
To get the orb, and then also get.
And then I missed a gem at the end as well.
Location. Very nice, Brad. By the way, on that recovery, I would have 100% flipped that.
Yeah, it's yeah. Once you miss the first one, and he runs away.
Yeah, I didn't touch that red gem. That's what missed it. This is terrific.
I think I'm down gems here, right? Yes.
Guess so.
Yes. Classic blue gem. That's fine.
That is fine. Okay.
347 Shady Oasis, sure. Really good. Really good.
Really difficult main level, right? It's a boss fight?
I would say so.
Okay.
I mean, there's snowmobiles. I'd say that's probably
Absolutely Purple, you're both banned.
Yeah, I think so.
What's a good Shady? My gold is a 325.
It's kind of scary.
There's all sorts. There's an igloo.
No, it's not.
There's an igloo?
No, it is, yeah.
There's a cheetah. Yep. Apparently, we've recently discovered
what seagull is.
Eats the monkeys and, you know, childhood ruined, really, I guess.
Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah. Sorry about that, everyone. But yeah, he does eat the monkeys. I just want to make that very, very clear. He eats the monkeys.
All right. So, Icy
yeah,
Speedway,
319 is
the final level of Spyro 2 100%. Truly, and I mean, this is just such a goofy way to end the game, but it's also, honestly...
Okay, so I got all 6 of the early guys.
Okay, the Speedway level movement. It's just really cool.
And then I somehow missed that guy.
Unfortunate. I didn't say
Come
anything.
on.
No, that's fine.
Anyway, much like the others,
nice
we have to get 4 sets of 8 things. In this case, it's arches, little Loch Ness monster things, I think. I don't know what to really call them. They're like dinosaurs.
I think there's serpents in the game.
Are they? Okay, maybe that makes sense. These like little ballerina dancing guys who really aren't even bothering you. You're just doing it for no reason.
They're annoying.
I guess. Then the paragliders, of course, and the snowmobilers, which will be here. The final one here. Just a second. Oh my God.
Nice snipe.
No luck. All right.
I don't usually miss that guy.
I don't usually miss that guy, so it's like, I don't know where he is.
Thank you.
Now we talk to a beautiful man in a scarf, and he tells us to go through some rings for some reason.
You know what you don't know?
Along on a snowmobile, which, by the way, is in water.
Yeah.
Why is the snowmobile in water?
I don't know, man. I didn't design
It's fast if you do it fast.
Yeah, this is the.
It's in ZL's tutorial, in that section of the thing he recorded in like 2022. So
I didn't miss anything. But time will be at the end of these rings in about 25 seconds or so.
I say ZL's. I learned off the ZL tutorial, and he recorded the Canyon Speedway.
Just.
In like 2022.
Not talking to Hunter immediately didn't help, but
sometimes
yeah, it's been a really fantastic run. I'm really happy with this. The early game stuff is really scary and can lose you multiple minutes, so I'm pretty happy with it. I think this is going to be 59. We're not done, we're not done, we're not done, we're not done. And time.
Hooray.
That's sick. That is sick. That's awesome. All right, we're going to check the guidebook. Make sure we got everything, folks. Seen 100%?
100%.
And that is Spyro 2, 100%.
Really good drama at the end. Just like edging the 139.
How are you feeling?
I feel pretty good.
Yeah?
I feel pretty good. That was a very good run, huh?
Thanks for GG's, everyone.
No. Anyone in the crowd want to crash the game? Yeah. Okay.
No, it's the Turtle Woods, so it is Crash.
First of all, Dylan.
But yeah, it's the Turtle Woods,
making this a whole lot easier. That I don't have to talk through every loop, including all the hubs. Thank you for this wonderful crowd.
I'll play us out to the end and like talk a bit.
Hopefully they're all going to come to McDonald's after. Good. Shout outs to ESA. This has been my first ESA. I've been here, what, 5 days? This has been incredible. People have told me how good it is, all the good stuff about it, all the things in here, outside of here, the activity room, the stuff we go and do at 3 in the morning.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse. Yeah, we watched the sunset a couple of days ago. That was fun. Sunrise.
Yeah.
Sunset. I should be saying the sunset. It's night.
Ideally.
Genuinely, this has
I'm not
been
lying,
an
Derek.
amazing experience.
This was incredible.
If you're a part of a speedrunning community, if you want to be part of a speedrunning community, if you're thinking about coming here, please come. It is so incredible. I cannot tell you how incredible it is. I'll be here next year. I've loved every minute of this. Shout out to the Spyro community, particularly the people who helped route this many years ago. Newen, Drash, Tyzera, Zachary Lawrence for routing everything in the last 2 years. Everyone, absolutely everyone. I'm so happy to be part of this community. I'm so happy to play this game. I think that's it. All right, let's crash the game.
Sweet.
So as mentioned, if you get hit by an enemy in swim state, the game will crash. Not these guys, actually, weirdly, but any of the firefighter guys or the bucket guys. So let's go over here. We'll go over here. Bucket guy or firefighter guy, someone shout. Okay. All right. We'll get a funny frame out of this, and then we can roll on out of here. All right. So in 3, 2, 1. Oh, that's a really boring frame. Oh.
He's giving me a little smooch.
Yeah.
A little smooch.
I wish I had a better frame there. You can get some really funny ones.
Thank you very much.
Alright. That's it. That is the ESA run. Pretty good. Pretty good. A lot of things went wrong there. Let me actually, let me bring the splits on. I think I've still got them saved here, right? Yeah, let me hide Twitch chat. Let's make that a bit bigger. Bring it over here. I'll also make myself bigger because, you know, ego. Hi. Yeah, Markeisha. My camera, yeah. I'm in the front row. I'm visible. I mean, I was sat next to you. Yeah, let's go through some of these splits just for completion. Gotta stop looking at my phone. I was donating to ESA, and I donated more than you. Just saying. I was also looking up the Spyro 2 cheat code for CTR for later use as well. I think that were the only times I used my phone in the run, in the Hit My Shot run, were to look up that code and to actually donate. Absolute money bags, yeah, I know, I'm just too rich. Let's have a look at some of these splits. So yeah, 321 Glimmer, pretty bad. 302 Crush, pretty bad. The Gulp Skip was so slow. Like, so slow. But it was first try, and in a setting like this, I don't care. Like, I just simply don't care. That gulp definitely existed. Really existed. In a way, I'm kind of glad I got to showcase the triple bomb. Like, that was cool. I could have done without it happening a second time, but being able to show the triple bomb and the pain of it was kind of fine. The Dragon Shores was legitimately good. I only missed the Spyro. Second try swim. Phase 3 Ripto was also pretty bad. Robotica was a bit sketch at times, but whatever. Metropolis was decent. I was happy with that. The Canyon was bad in every way. The time attack was slow. The entry was really slow. Mystic was okay. Not much went wrong in Mystic. I kind of struggled with the head bash. Or like the dive into the water after getting the seed. Yeah, after getting the seed, that was kind of rough. But everything else was fine. I don't think I really... Did I miss the coin? I think I might have missed the coin shot. Where am I? Cloud. Cloud was a bit messy, but Agent Zero was fine. Colossus was really messy. Missed that gem at the start. Had to recover the gem underneath the Professor. The statues overlap was bad. Some of the movement out of the Professor was bad. Hockey 1, I missed the shot. Hockey 2, I had a puck despawn. That was my fault. Yeah, there were all sorts of mistakes in that level. Missed the gem in Idle and got 14 redfish. That was fun. Ocean Speedway legitimately almost golded, which is nuts. A bit rough at the start of Hurricanes and a little bit rough in the Lightning Thieves. The middle section was really nice. I was happy with like Talisman area and through to Lightning Thieves. Sunny Beach was okay. A bit scuffed in the middle. I went for that swag turtle proxy, failed it. Or didn't even get close to it. Lost a couple of seconds to that. Aquaria was pretty decent. Breeze. I missed the gem. That lost me some time. It didn't lose me all of the time. I missed a couple of shots on the mines. The opening was actually really nice. I was ahead of the cycle. Skelos was alright. Crystal being a 416, bearing when I died at the start, is kind of good. I actually didn't realise that once I didn't die, or once I got past dying, like the rest of that split was good, until I failed George, because I just forgot what I was doing. Zephyr was really nice until the end, but still 536 was happy. When I failed George, I did the wrong movement for the strat. Yeah. You know, yeah. Metro was fine. Most of that scored time loss was just Bombo 1. There were the odd bit of movement here and there, but that was just Bombo 1 errors. Fracture was kind of rough. That's a lot of time loss. I fell down like around Statia 3. Bit messy at the end as well. Magma was decent. Would have been better if I hadn't missed the balloon at the start of Party Crashes, but there's a bit of movement at the start. There's a problem obviously when Sparklers very briefly in the middle, but that wasn't too bad. Shady was terrible. Like, genuinely awful. So many errors. And then the fact that I lost 11.5 seconds in Icy Speedway despite hitting the first 6, which are the hard ones. If I hit them, I should be getting a 44 every single time. Really impressive. But, hey look, we had to add some drama for the sub 140. But yeah, that was the run. Yeah, no, and honestly, like, I wanted to get a sub 40. I'd have liked to beat Drash. That's what I wanted to do. But, and for the record, Drash time at ESA 6 years ago was a 1:39.30. So I was basically just like, what, a couple of good RNG cycles off in Gulp, or like not failing to swim in air and then making like one slightly better, not making a mistake. I mean, I lost 41 seconds in Ripto. Like, literally just there, you know? Where's this compared to my PB? That'd be interesting, actually. Just as a kind of comparison point. Yeah, just over 2 minutes to PB after Ripto. Best segments. Yeah, I lost nearly 3 minutes by, well, more than 3 minutes by Robotica, 7 splits in. Obviously, like, there was a lot of rough stuff in Summer Forest, but yeah. Now, Drash was a 1:39.30. I don't know what the timer on the ESA stream was like 39:06 or something, and you guys started on start game, but I frame timed it and it's 1:39.30. Yeah, like I don't know what was going on with the timer, but I frame timed it and it's 39:30. I don't understand it. So yeah, I'd have liked to beat that, but you know what? Like, who cares? You know. I was incredibly happy with this run. In a lot of cases, like Gulp and Fish, particularly, stuff that went wrong is kind of funny. You know, like for a showcase. Being able to see like the triple bomb and just seeing how Rocky can get the RNG there, and same with Fish, like that's kind of good for a setting like this in a way. Would it have been good to get like perfect RNG and 135 Gulp and like 4-1x Idle Spring? Sure, but yeah, you know, it's whatever it is. Yeah, like I was saying at the start of the run, like I felt good. Sort of prepping going into the run and everything, and then like I was actually doing it, and like the first 5 or 6 minutes definitely and absolutely in glimmer. Like I could just feel like my left bicep like shaking every time I was like doing anything. I was just trying to like internally keep myself really calm, and yeah, that was really hard. Doing this run, particularly with all of the stuff at the start, is just so difficult in a setting like this. Like, incredibly difficult. And, you know, if I compare to anything decent comparatively, like, even my sub 140 split, it's just like, yeah, you're a minute and 41 behind. Yeah, just get through it, like, get through everything, you know. Gulp skip first try was my main worry, because it's just so frustrating when it goes wrong. Swim in air was sad, but yeah, something had to go wrong at some point, surely. But yeah, just getting through that reasonably cleanly was really comforting. Yeah, I couldn't be happy with this run. I'm so proud of it, and so proud of myself for doing it. This game, you know, this category particularly doesn't get taken to marathons much. You know, we did the race obviously at USC back in October. I did it at UKSG in January, and then I did it last week. The UKSG run in January, and I think it's still on the command if you want to watch it, !UKSG. I said it in the run, I said it at the time, I say it again, like, that was the first in-person run of this category since Drash did it at ESA in July 2019. We had a pandemic in the middle, a couple of years out, people didn't do in-person marathons, whatever, but, like, there's still, you know, a good 2 or so years before that when no one ran this game in person. A couple of people did it online. But, you know, it feels really good to actually take this to UKSG, to ESA, to wherever, and actually show it off, because it is an amazing run. It's an amazing game. I've been doing this, what, 21 months now? 20 months? It's in November 2023. So yeah, 20 months I've been doing this. I love it so much. Yeah, Sam, thank you, ma'am. Enjoy seeing your head pop up in the background there. You're off cam. You're not on screen now because I made my webcam bigger. But you were like just in frame watching it back. But yeah, thanks, man. Honestly, like, talk about ESA. I met Hypnoshark. I met IDK Maniac in chat. Obviously, Laura was there. Dylan was there. Shemp was there. Dale, like all the people you see in the background, or you have been seeing in the background of this. Yeah, sorry, AJ. Hold on. Let me hide my webcam just so we can see AJ. Hold on. Where is it? There you go. AJ is heart signing. Oh, yeah. Hold on. I went to heart sign the camera and forgot that I removed it. Yeah, like so many people that run Spyro, run Crash, that don't, you know, people like Ricky. I know he has run all the games, but what are you not followed? That's a great question. Wow, this guy, Elusa, can you ban this guy? Wow. No, I tell you what, this guy, let me expose Hypnoshark right now. I'm going to expose Hypnoshark. He couldn't open 2 water bottles. Two plastic water bottles I had to open for him during the week. And then he was setting up for the CTTR run, and he put his headphones on, and they were like trying to do it. And it was one of those headphones where like they flip out. I can't do it with mine, but like they flip out like backwards. And he just couldn't figure out how to like turn it. So how to get it like facing in. I just like, yeah, just turn it in. Don't feel bad, fuck you. Yeah, that's fair. No, but yeah, like, people like Sam, just everyone. Like, everyone was so nice, everyone was so fun to be around. We did so many great things, like, at the event, outside the event. You know, like, the Copenhagen trip, we went to, used game store in Copenhagen that Sly Sonic had actually, like, they were closed, and he sort of, or they'd messaged them, been like, look, we've got a group of 60-odd people or whatever coming, you'll make a lot of money, please open, if you can. And they did, and it was amazing. There were so many people in that place, it was insanely packed. I got a couple of things, including, if I don't drop it, a nice new DS1, which feels pretty good. I'm going to try and break that in at some point and play with it. But yeah, I definitely want a nice new DS1, because my DS1's pretty good, but it's nice to have a backup, you know. You know, we did like multiple night walks. We had so much fun, like just chilling. There's a skate park just down the road, and we just kind of like sat there until like 3-4 in the morning. That was just so fun. As I mentioned earlier, and like sent the links to the clips earlier, like IDK Maniac was doing some insane Mario Kart Wii grinding. We were up until like 4 AM doing that one day when I watched the sunrise, and he was streaming that. And then like 2 days later, he bought another Wii, was playing it. I sat with him till like 6:30 in the morning doing that. Woke up, immediate notification that he's gone live to continue playing it because he's a lunatic. Like so many McDonald's trips, like the food mall we went to. We played football earlier in the week. Oh, my stream died. That's really cool. What a time for my stream to, like, well, my internet to just die in the middle of me talking really nicely about ESA. Come on, reconnect. I think we're back. I think we're back. I think we're back. My OBS chat is still saying connected. Or, like, connecting. But I think we're back, maybe? Hopefully. Oh no, it died again. Did it die again? Are we back? I don't know, my bitrate is terrible. Can people hear me? Oh, it sorted itself out. I've currently lost 30% of my frames. I'm seeing, like, my bitrate is 0. I'm losing so many frames. But I can see chat refreshing on my screen. My bitrate, like, what is going on? Who knows? Maybe? Maybe it's working? Apparently it's unstable. Surely it's back? I think it is actually back now. I think. Are we back? My cat's meowing at me. Oh, welcome to the chat room. Okay, I think we're back. I think we have returned. It's a miracle. People probably left in that time. That's sad. As I was yapping about ESA. Back for the last minute. Great. That's encouraging. Where was I? I don't even know.
You did it.
Yeah, thanks for the follow. Yeah, ESA. Yeah, what an amazing experience. Like, just 9 days of, like, constant fun. New controller, yeah, I got a new controller. The game store specifically opened for, like, the PlayStation Nation, of which there were so many people that I couldn't even tell you how many, but there were maybe 50 or 60 that went to this game store in Copenhagen. Everyone bought a load of cool stuff. Yeah, that was really fun. That was like the day, that was like 5 cigars before my run. We did that. Yeah, I can't speak highly enough of the ESA experience. Obviously, like, the stream stuff exists too. I mean, obviously, I was on stream. That was really cool. Once again, like, so grateful to ESA for letting me do this. Just such a good experience to be able to showcase this game and this run. But, you know, there were some amazing runs on the streams. I spoke earlier about, like, Anne's Vortex run was incredible. Like, the standard of that, hitting virtually every trick, was insane. My bitrate is just all over the place. But I think it's still live. Maybe? I can't tell. I think it might have actually died again. Oh, maybe it's back. Maybe it's back. Possibly. It's really cool that I'm trying to talk through, like, ESA and it just keeps dying. Really nice. No, it died.